anus.
Yes!
That's a hell of a start.
Yes, it's time!
Anus, it's what's for dinner.
Alrighty, guys. So it is time. We have done. Well, first of all, I just want to say before we go on to the video, the stream that everyone has been waiting for ever since last year, I want to thank Jerome and Gary, who is not here right now, for being a part of the best games of the. Yeah, fuck them anyways. The best games of the past decade. Love you, Gary. But I also mentioned this last year in the summer top 5 video. Since that there was no top 5s in June, July, and May, we made a promise that we'd be doing not only the best games of the past decade, but also the worst and the best. And obviously you can tell by the title of the stream, we are here to roast. Not in love, but we're here to just take a big pile of shit on all of these movies that we absolutely despised throughout this past decade. So yes, guys, welcome to our stream with LC Muscles right here, my bro Montana right over here, and of course the Doomslayer himself right over down here, Mr. J Money, as we talk about our most hated movies of the past decade and also going on to our December mentions. Now, before I do so, fellas, starting with Lucas, please introduce yourselves.
Hi guys, LC Muscles here, and yeah, I'm excited to do my list. And I mentioned 2 hours before showtime there was going to be chaos in my list. Well, folks, you're going to have a fun time listening to my list because I got 11 dishonorable mentions, and the 10 films. Yeah, it's going to be fun, folks. I can't wait.
Bro Montana?
YouTube's good. Episode here back again with another video. Glad to be here on Austin's channel once again, reviewing the top 10 worst films of the 2010s. We got a shit ton of honorable mentions. Well, I do at least. And I'm going to rip these movies a new asshole. So, and last but not least,
Romy?
Lucas, my boy!
Yes, Romy?
This is perfect example right here. Never inbreed. Didn't we learn from Ghostbusters, don't cross the streams? Yeah. What, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the absolute worst fucking show of all time, where we're going over the worst films, and you can't do it worse without moi.
No, you cannot.
Great. Of course, when I have to do it, there's Luke Nukem right there on my ass.
Wait, where's he at?
I don't think the chat quite yet, but I know he'll show up in the stream momentarily.
We got,
there he is.
We got Austin, the tripod Putnam.
Hi guys, Austin's here.
Damn it, I was going to mention that.
And I haven't done this in a while. And my boy from Florida, Mr. Alexander. And there we got, hello everybody, my name is Elsie Gluteus Maximus Jello Portland Asshole Face, and welcome to the Fuck Your Funhouse. Today, gonna fuck your funhouse. I'm gonna show you a great match. My ass, my face.
Alright. So, now, here's how we're gonna do things here.
Wait, we're almost at 20 likes. Hold that thought.
Uh-oh.
There is a stipulation.
Jerome, go ahead and mention it.
While we are live, and Barkner, I bet you're about 10 of those.
I'll be surprised.
If this video, while we're live, gets to 40 likes, I will be forced to sit down and watch a film from a company that I so love to fucking hate, and I hope to drop a nuke on it, because I would treat them like terrorists, is drop a fucking nuke on them, and then piss on the ashes and smile with the biggest glee on my face, and that is Happy Madison Fucktards.
They got a new one?
It's called The Wrong Missy, or I'm going to call it The Wrong Pussy.
Pussy. Yep. Called it.
If it gets to 40 likes, I will not only watch it, but do a review on it.
And by the way, I just want to say, don't just leave likes just to see that happen. Leave likes because you also enjoy the stream as well. I
and
mention that.
You enjoy my
I don't know about
Thank
him,
you.
but yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, so
Wait, you
now-
like their movies? I am so sorry.
Uh-oh. But well, let's move on. Let's move on. So before we get into
Oh yeah,
our
you're gonna hear a
dishonorable
lot of their
mentions-
movies on my list. Oh,
Oh.
just you wait.
Oh, trust me. Oh, I know. But before we get on into the dishonorable mentions, so here's how we're gonna do this, guys. So we're gonna start off with Jerome, then Bro Montana, then Lucas, and then myself, and then we'll go, dishonorable mentions 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. You know the whole drill at this point. So Jerome, let's start rapid firing with some honorable mentions, starting with you, sir.
Having seen
Dishonorable
thousands
mentions.
upon thousands of movies throughout this whole entire decade, I pretty much seen damn near every single bad movie in a mainstream release. Jerome, please stop. No,
No.
there's no safe word with me, motherfucker.
Oh
No.
no! Like if you obviously haven't met Jerome yet, if you think there's a safe word.
Tennessee, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
I've seen just about every single bad fucking movie there is out there. So, here are the 10 dishonorable mentions, numbers 20 through 11. Now, you ain't gonna believe this. This one missed. It was number 21. Movie 43.
Wow. Anyway,
How many bad movies have you seen? That's right, you be quiet.
Oh, sorry.
Number 20, Rough Nightmare, with Scarlett Johansson and a bunch of other bitches that made me want to blow my head off for how stupid this was.
ScarJo.
Number 19, Broken Dick Bags. What the fuck, Romy? Oh no, I was thinking the same thing. That was some good out experience orgasms.
Wait,
Number
what's broken dick bags?
Broken Lizard. I call them Broken Dick Bags.
Super Troopers 2.
Super Trooper. No, excuse me. Super Trooper fucking Troopers 2.
Okay.
Who the hell asked for this sequel?
No one did. Anyways, yeah.
Number 18. Alex, my boy, I applaud you. Cloud Asslick.
Boom!
Never have I wasted 3 hours in a movie theater. Yeah, I was writing for the paper at the time, and I saw other people got up and left, and I was fucking jealous.
You're
Number-
jealous of that.
Number 17. Oh, okay, here we go. Fuck you, Happy Madison fucktards. Number 17, Grown Ups. Number 16, fuck you, Happy Madison fucktards. Bucky Larson, Born to Be a Star.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, I fucking.
You know
hated
what? I
that
treat
movie.
Happy Madison fucktards like a catcher's glove. You just want to punch it nonstop. Number 15, The Human Centipede 2 and 3.
Oh.
Oof.
Okay.
All right.
Number 14, hey
Yep.
hey Austin.
Yes. Blended.
The worst fucking horror film of the past 10 years.
You be quiet.
Shut the fuck up, asswipe. Midsommar.
I thought you were gonna mention
Midsommar.
Hereditary. Okay, I thought you were gonna mention Hereditary.
Oh no, this movie makes Hereditary look like fucking Quiet Place. Midsommar,
Oh my
made
God.
from hairy asshole because he went through a breakup. Oh, where? Cry me a fucking river. And he got inspiration from one of the biggest Nazis known on the fucking planet, Lars von Trier. Need I say more? Number 13, once again, Austin.
Okay, what is it?
Knock, knock.
My
Who's
guilty, one of my guilty
chocolate with
questions.
sprinkles?
Chocolate sprinkles.
What am I guilty?
Eli
questions?
Roth can go fuck himself, and so can his bitch-ass wife. Thankfully, Ana de Armas moved on to bigger and better things. Oh yeah, that's have a movie where if you're a married man, you deserve to be raped, tortured, have your whole family, your life, and your household destroyed, because every fucking married man deserves it. Eli Roth, do me a favor. If you see a spike wall, run into it. Number 12, Cosmopolis.
Oh yeah, that's
I
right.
have
Oh.
never heard of this movie.
David Cronenberg's movie where Robert Pattinson, all it is him going into a limousine across town to get a haircut.
Wait.
What?
And
Oh,
in the
God.
movie, he's getting his prostate checked in the limousine while having an interview with a woman. I wish I was making this shit up. David Cronenberg, you suck the ass cheek off of every fucking porn star male.
What the fuck?
Number 11. This was originally my number 10, but a movie bumped it off.
All right.
And a lot of people are going to be shocked. And I had to include all of them in one. The fucking Turd series.
Wow, I'm surprised that wasn't in there.
I'm surprised that wasn't in your list.
It was my number 10 because of James the moronic butt plug. I told you, I'm never going to stop calling him that.
You better not.
You better not.
Rumby, what weird shit are you into? Honey, if you were into the stuff I am,
You'd be surprised.
once you go Rumby, you never go back, sweetheart.
No.
And the Purge series where everything makes no fucking sense.
Yep.
Everything. Yeah, Jason fucking Bum. It's a bum. Nothing makes sense. They say it's a satire. I'm sorry. It has to be a satire for it to make sense. And it has some of the stupidest characters and some of the worst dialogue I've ever heard in my entire fucking life.
I just want to say Mom and Dad did it better.
Thank you. Yeah. So that's my honorable mentions. Your turn.
Alex?
I got a few.
Remember,
I got a
rapid fire
few.
through these guys.
Yes, I'm going to rapid fire through them a lot. Let's start without the Happy Madison films out of the way. Pixels, Blended, Just Go With It, Grown Ups 1 and 2, Bucket List, and Born to Be a Star. The Tooth Fairy, Justice League, The Green Lantern, Lone Ranger, Dark Phoenix, Fan Stick, Max Steel, 9 Lives, John Carter, Battleship, Mordecai, I'd Rather Die, The Human Centipede franchise, Playing with Fire, Twilight Eclipse, Breaking Dawn 1 and 2, Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, The Bye-Bye Man, The Slender Man, The Haunting of Sharon Tate, Hot Pursuit, Move it. Where did I leave off? Fuck.
Hot
Pursuit.
47 Ronin, and the one that almost made it, Cats.
Wow. That was quick.
All right, Lucas,
It's
your
my
time.
turn
Rapid
now.
fire.
You said rapid fire. You got it.
Rebel Wilson, you can come and pounce on my butt cheeks and make Nitton's butt biscuits out of mine. Thank you.
I don't want that visual in my head, but thank you.
Shut up!
Hey, it's my turn now.
Yep.
So, on my 20 through 11, I actually have to mention 21 real quick that almost made the list. But since I only saw 10 minutes of this film before I said, fuck it, I'm not watching any more of this because it's the most despicable animated creation ever. That's anime, movie, TV show, anything. Anime creation ever. It's the worst thing ever. Features necrophilia, disgusting shit all over. Where does Dad go to die?
I thought it was drawn together, but that wasn't even.
No, we'll talk about that later. But
all right, Lucas,
then we
let's hear
have
this shit.
number 20, Diary of the Wimpy Kid, The Long Haul. Diaper Hands. Why? Number 19, The First Turd. Yeah, I had to make that on the list. Number 18, The Hungover Games, my number one worst film of 2014.
That's right. Okay.
Number 17, The Beach Bum Ass.
The Beach Bum Ass is my number 26.
Beach Bum Ass. Next up, number 16, Ice Age Collision Course.
That's number 22.
Okay.
Number 15, the movie I literally fell asleep watching, United Passions.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember that.
I fell asleep 20 minutes in that movie and didn't wake up till the 50-minute mark. Garbage. Next up, what do you get with a movie when you don't have Eddie Murphy, one of the best comedians ever, don't talk? 1,000 words.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Get out of here. Eddie Murphy does not deserve this. Number 13, Pixels. Or was Romy's favorite catchphrase, Shit Pixels.
Shit Pixels.
Shit Pixels is my number 27. You can see that review of Luke and Alex on his channel.
Then the next one, number 12, Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. Or Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. Yeah, it didn't make the list. It was very close to making the list. Number 12 through 10 could go through any order. That's all I honestly have to say. I'm sorry, Alex. Number 11, the one that just barely missed the list, and I know I'm going to get hate for this, Fisted Anus.
That's not even in our mentions or top 10.
You get the fuck up. You get the fuck up.
I knew you were going to get mad at me. I knew you were going to get mad at me.
You get the fuck up. You get
It was number 11.
All right, guys. All right.
I told you once. I told you 1,000 times. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Mom, hey, Tessa, Mama's
This close to making
Hey.
the list. This close.
really quick. I want to say shout out to Mama's Geeky Tessa. She is awesome. Rotten Tomatoes critic, by the way. She is fucking awesome. I just want to mention that. All right, so just honorable mentions. So here we go. Rapid fire through these guys. Starting off, Resident Evil Retribution, the Purge election year, an unwatchable piece of garbage. The Smurfs 2,
Oof.
Creature.
I never saw Creature. It was
Creature.
in theaters and out.
Trust
like
me,
that.
you don't want to. Oh, thank you, Tessa. Next up, A Nightmare on Elm Street,
That's a bad remake.
Grown Ups 2,
I wonder if that's gonna be on my list.
The Starving Games,
I saw the Starving Games.
I forgot
Movie
about that one.
43, then The Other Woman.
Lucas, what the fuck? Is someone blowing you?
That's
Wait! Austin, what?
Wait, hold on. Go back. I didn't catch
You
that.
don't have the other woman in your top 10. What the fuck?
I didn't quite make it. And then the final one that just missed the list, 50 Shades Freed. Just missed it on my end. Now, with that being said, guys, let's get into our top 10 hated movies of this past decade. And the words of Mills Lane, let's get it on. Now, guys, let's try and keep these concise. So, Romy, Doom Guy,
Nice.
let's start repetiering these guys.
Okay, first of all, you're gonna you be quiet, Luke. I'll deal with your skinny ass later, you butt cheek. You're gonna see somewhat of a trend because out of my top 10, 9 of the 10 films are fucking comedies.
Holy shit.
Wow.
And my number 10, you're gonna see this director on here not once, but twice.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Andy Fuckman.
Oh, God.
Fuckman.
All right, okay.
Andy Fuckman, he is like Dennis Douchebag minus 2.0, for better or worse. My number 10
It's a Paul
is
Blart.
You Again.
Oh, You Again.
Ooh.
Okay.
You Again has Jamie Lee Curtis. It has what's her name who does Frozen? She's so beautiful, but god damn it, homie. You need a
Idina
better agent.
Menzel. Idina Menzel.
No. Kristen Bell. It's
Okay.
got Betty White. It's
Oh,
about
Betty
her.
White?
It's about her going back to her past that she was ridiculed. And I swear to God, I've seen. Hey, Ren!
What?
It's Ren.
Oh, it's
From Ren and Stimpy?
Not Ren and
Oh,
Stimpy. The
Ren
one who looks like.
Geekness,
No, he's the one that.
Ren.
Ren Geekness. He looks like Cyrus from ECW.
Hey, Ren, how's it
okay.
going, buddy? Anyways,
Hey,
Ren,
buddy. I still want that Dream Max if we're unrefreshed with you.
Let's be real. That's probably not gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen. No. You Again is so plorable. How they treat Betty White in this movie is fucking absurd.
Mhm.
There is like no consequences to people's actions in this movie, and the bullshit that happens. I have better odds of sleeping with Penelope Ford than the actions that took place in this movie happening in real life. That's how fucking preposterous this movie is.
Oh, geez.
And I applaud Richard Roeper because he also had this at his number 1 film of 2010 for the worst.
Ah, okay.
You Again, it's my number 10, and you're gonna hear another Andy Fuckman movie coming on. Go ahead.
Wait, Alex. What
All
the
right,
fuck?
my number 10. You want to talk about killing a childhood franchise of mine. This one did it so horribly.
I think I know what mine is.
Spy Kids 4D all the time in the world.
What? There
Spy
was
Kids
actually a
4 is
4th one?
yeah. It was fucking
No way,
garbage,
I did
man.
not
It was
know
terrible.
that.
It was,
It
terrible,
was
dude.
just terrible. The first 2 are classics. The third one was okay. But then this one, you got the scratch and sniff card.
Okay, I had to see this in theaters when I was writing for the paper.
Oh,
two of them were
no.
fucking nasty ass farts.
Scratch and sniff cards.
Yeah, go
And they were shit smelling.
Yeah, go ahead and scratch a sniff. You get a shit. So I was like, why would you want to do that?
Robert Rodriguez, what the fuck are you thinking? This is the guy who brought you the Desperado trilogy in Sin City.
City and the first Spy Kids was actually pretty
Holy
sweet.
shit.
Wow.
The humor's completely unfunny.
Let's throw barf bags at people.
And the visual effects in this movie were god awful.
And the villain wasn't really a villain. He just wanted to be with his parents.
it's just a slap in the face to the previous 3 movies, and thankfully we haven't seen any more since. It pissed me off so much. I'm pretty sure it did the same to you guys as well. That's my number 10. Spy Kids 40 all the time in the world. Joel
Spy
McHale,
Kids
what
40?
the fuck were you thinking? Yeah, it was 4D.
Oh, well, I thought you said 4D.
4D.
Yeah, 4D. Yeah,
4D.
I thought you said 4. I thought you said 40, like the number 40.
Bastard.
Ren, you're not gonna like me then. I'm sorry.
All right, Lucas.
My number 10, this film just barely beat out Fisted Anus for the number 10 spot, just by a hair. Number 10 is Midsommar bullshit.
Hold
on.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Okay.
Thank
all
you.
right,
Fuck
all
this
right.
movie.
I think it's a great movie.
Kiss my ass.
I'm not going to go into it too much, but just check out me and Romy's review of it on my channel. It's over 1,000 views now. Go check it out.
It's it's the most watched review we've ever done.
That's right.
4K.
Yeah, Midsommar bullshit. Go fuck yourself, hairy asshole. Go fuck yourself.
Hereditary's awesome.
And anybody. Oh my god.
That was a great performance.
Sorry,
Oh
that
my
crying
God,
just
it was
annoyed the
awful.
fuck out
What
of
in
me.
the ever living fuck was that?
That was the main girl's crying. I was trying to do an imitation of her crying. It was bad.
I could debate with you about
But yeah,
hours, but we're
number
not gonna
10
do
is
that.
Midsommar bullshit.
Tyler, you know what sad thing is? Tyler Perry's Midsommar would probably be better. Oh, sing!
I am the only person here that actually likes the movie a lot.
Garbage.
So, yeah.
Garbage.
No, it is not.
I wish
People
I had the
walk
continuity
and
gem that
talk
can erase
with
it.
no continuity, and people are so fucking stupid in that film. Hey, remember? That fucking sex scene is so stupid.
I'll admit that was a dumb part. All right, so my number 10, the most generic horror movie I have seen in a long time, and that is Winchester.
Winchester was bad. It wasn't.
I
Okay.
love. I'm obsessed with the paranormal and ghost stories. This movie could. There's generic horror movies out there, but this was just insulting with how generic it was. The Spielberg brothers, by the way, who did Daybreakers, great movie, by the way. They also did a film called Predestination. Check it out if you haven't seen it.
Yes.
Predestination is terrific. But this, it's like they
Winchester by the sea.
yeah. But with this one, it's like they didn't even care with this movie at all. You can see where every jump scare is coming. Great actors like Jason Clarke and Helen Mirren are in this for the paycheck. My buddy Sarah and I were joking. They must have been blackmailed to do this.
Clark to me was the only redeeming aspect of the movie.
Or is my meant to be in this? Tessa, maybe soon. Maybe soon. We'll see. Yeah, maybe soon.
Mama's geeky. Wait. Is this geeky person a MILF?
Oh, for God's sake!
Come
Her name is
on.
Mama Geeky. Come on.
You just had to
Jesus,
make that joke,
Rory.
didn't you?
Hey, if you are, God bless you, honey. We need more women
For
like that in this
fuck's
world.
sakes. Anyways, I apologize, Tessa, by the way. So this movie is just full of nonstop jump scares that you can see coming throughout. And by the way, it's sad when an episode of Ghost Adventures is scarier than this movie.
Ghost Adventures.
I'm not joking, and I tweeted this out, by the way. I said, it is sad when an episode of this show is better than the movie. The movie's Twitter page liked my tweets. It's like they knew it was bad, but yeah. Number 10, Winchester. Go
Luke
ahead.
Nukem, I swear to God, that insult.
Lucas, could
I
you
look
tell
like a thumb with hair. Fuck off. That's not true. It's bullshit.
Oh, God.
Sorry, I had to say that. Continue on.
now that amateur hour is over. Sorry, Alex, I had to borrow that from you.
I'll allow it.
I'll allow it. Anyways,
Hey,
number 9.
I always give credit where credit is due whenever I get influenced by someone else's material.
Well,
Moving
thank you
on.
very much.
Number 9.
Putnam Crew.
Yeah, who came up with Who came up with that name? Who came up with that name?
That would
I
be
did.
this guy right there.
Yeah, not Mr. Casual, by the way.
You know what?
Really?
No one messes with the hook. My number 9.
Yeah. Let's keep it up. Let's keep it up.
Wait. No!
Wait.
Well, we got
We're
to
at
40
39.
likes. We got to 40 likes.
We're at 39.
No, we're at 40 likes. 40 likes,
We're at
dude.
40 likes.
We're at 40 likes.
Yep.
It's at 39.
And by the way, I want to point out something. We're only 25 minutes into this thing, too.
Yeah, 25 minutes in.
Anyway, so Romy, number 9.
My number 9. Speaking of films that felt like a Happy Madison film, Spike Jonze's Her is one of the best romance films I have ever seen. It's not only a
I don't know
great,
what this is.
it's not only a great romantic tale, it is one of the better science fiction films because it showcases the human condition of what it could end up being, and it makes perfect sense. Where
And it has
a
ScarJo in it.
voiceover, I was going to say, where a voiceover by Scarlett Johansson should have been nominated for Best Supporting Actress.
I agree.
It was that good. I love Spike Jonze. The guy helped create Jackass, for Christ's sakes. He was the naked old chick. Spike Jonze is not only a creative genius, but he's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got these two fucking bums. And you got one of the most annoying fucking dumbass characters played by Adam Levine, what the fucking stupid name is.
Divine.
Yeah, that's right. This movie.
My number 9 is Jexy.
I never saw Jexy, and I'm glad
God,
I
it's
didn't.
bad.
Spike
was
Jonze,
terrible.
do me a favor. Get the Jackass crew together and find these two bums and kick the shit out of them and film it, and I will bow to your feet like a god.
Oh,
Moving
my
on.
God. Oh, you're already done. Okay.
Jesus Christ, that was
that-
quick.
All right,
That's what
Alex.
she said.
You
So
walked into that one. You walked into that one.
Voice acting isn't ineligible for the Oscars. Well, fuck the DOFs. Those
Yeah,
dumb
fuck
old
the DOFs.
cocksuckers. What the fuck do they know?
They didn't
Other than
have-
changing their diapers in the
If,
dispensary.
well, if they did, Andy Serkis would walk away with all of them.
Yeah.
Let's be
He
All
honest.
right, Alex, number 9.
Fuck the
All
Oscars.
right, my number 9 was my least favorite movie of 2014, Tammy.
Oh, that's right,
Ooh,
Tammy.
Tammy.
Oh, you want Melissa McCarthy? Wouldn't be a worst of the decade list or a worst of the year list without mentioning Melissa McCarthy.
Thank you, Luke Nukem, because I can't stand that hipster dick. But go ahead.
It was oh man, I didn't chuckle once.
The scene where she's
that-
robbed. The
The
scene where she's
robbing
robbed.
her own
That was
Lord
so bad.
God.
So bad.
and then the scene at the lake with the people.
Oh no!
What the hell?
Such a I
Good
didn't see this
Lord.
until months afterwards. By the way, now I was like, "Oh my god!"
This is probably one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
I can't disagree. with that.
Did Jexy make you think, Romy?
Not only was it not funny, it was just boring.
Oh yeah, it was.
It was just boring, and it was not entertaining. Did not like it at all. Wasted my precious time. Beware if you haven't seen it already.
Tammy was my number 5 of 2014.
It will give you a headache.
And comedic roles, for the most part, Melissa McCarthy. Nah, but dramatic roes. Oh,
I disagree.
Well, minus the kitchen.
No, okay, you got The Heat. You got Spy.
Oh yeah.
You got to a certain extent Bridesmaids.
Yeah. Oh
Yes.
god. The
Oh,
heat.
hell yeah.
The heat should have gotten so much more love.
I was laughing my ass off at it.
Same as I. But when it comes to dramatic roles, minus the kitchen, she's actually great.
That's my
all
number
right.
9, Tammy.
Lukey boy.
What did you just call me?
I called you Lukey.
Come on, Lukey boy.
Lukey boy.
That's not, dude.
Come on, Lukey boy.
Okay, LC Muscles, number 9.
Thank you. Number 9 is the first movie I ever walked out of the theater with, then came back in to finish the movie, because if I did not finish the movie, I wouldn't have been able to get
I
credit.
know what you're talking
Number
about.
9 is Unfinished Business.
Oh, that was 50 Shades of Black for some reason.
No, well, that'll be mentioned later in the list. But Unfinished Business was the first movie where literally about 30 minutes left, I literally got on my seat. I walked out of the theater and went outside to get a drink of water. And I'm just like, come on, Lucas, you have to finish this movie. You have to. And then I had to finally sit through the last bit of it, and I had to finish. And this movie is so bad. And don't worry, you'll see another film from 2015 on my list later on, because 2015 and 2017 were both bad years for movies. Unfinished Business had such terrible chemistry, such terrible acting. Oh,
All the movie was
God.
about was a handshake.
Don't fucking remind me.
That's all it was.
Yeah.
Don't get started on me with the fucking glory hole scene. Moving on.
Oh, good God. That's like after that, I literally had to leave. I'm like, fuck this shit. But
I saw
yeah,
this
Unfinished
movie
Business
online,
is beyond terrible, beyond garbage, and it's why it's my number 9.
Wait,
All right.
hold up a second.
Mm-hmm. What happened? Did
Mike
someone
Rock.
send you a message?
Nick Rock.
Mike
Of
Rock.
course, Mick Rock. I mean Mick Psychopath. Anyway, so my number 9. This was my number 1 worst movie of last year, and that is After.
Oh.
Okay, so
What?
first you have
Little bit.
Twilight, then you have Twilight fan fiction, which is 50 Shades, and then you have fan fiction of One Direction. This is how low we are at this point with romance and just romance in general. That's a movie that says cheating is okay. It's a movie
Cheating
that
and playing with people's hearts.
not just that, but it wants to sympathize with the cheater. And it's a movie that just takes the playbook of 50 Shades by incorporating a pop song during a sensual scene. It's boring as can be. The main person that plays the Harry Styles dude is just a creep ass as all can be.
I seen him actually good in other material. What the fuck?
I actually haven't seen him in other things. And by the way, the actor is Ray Fiennes' nephew. I didn't know that beforehand.
Obviously, that isn't Hereditary.
Anyways, the script is terrible. All the characters are absolute idiots and they're dickheads throughout the entire thing.
There's not one. Okay, there is one likable character.
It's the guy who
Is
has
the
to be
is the
friends.
first boyfriend? That's it. Because he's the only one with common sense.
At the same time, he
common
judges the main
sense?
character, even though she didn't really drink at all. In this one part, I could go on, but this movie legitimately did piss me off. The movie, and by the way, the fact that this movie is getting a sequel, are you shitting me right now?
Oh no.
Hey, Austin, do you want to play the bit with me beating the shit out of the chain gunner and then shooting with a BFG?
I totally would. I totally would, but it would take too long to share screen.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys. After,
Oh my god.
There's fan fiction and there's terrible fan fiction, and After at
this
the bottom
is
of the
what-
barrel.
This is One Direction fan fiction that was written on a Wattpad.
And by the way, it's free to read right now. That fan fiction, you can actually read it for free. But yeah, number 9, After. Fuck you. Anyways, number 8, Jerome.
What?
What?
No, just read these comments.
Okay.
Do you notice me, Austin? Pay attention to me.
I noticed you, Billy. I'm just
With the
Give
Jotaro,
After,
with the
I have no
Jotaro, anyway, I want to say this so Billy, awesome
Pay
Jotaro
attention to me.
icon.
Oh,
Jotaro.
barely.
Kasama.
Yeah, I'm trying to focus on talking these guys in the chat, so I'm focusing on the different things.
Deal.
So.
Yeah,
Anyways, Romeo Boy, number 8.
as you were.
Number 8 is another motherfucking Happy Madison fucktard film.
Oh boy, I wonder which one it is.
I swear to God. Where's my fucking bat? I said
Where's
this
the bat?
5 years ago, and I'm not
Where's the
I'm not holding up.
Where's the butt scratcher?
My butt scratcher's right here.
Okay, the bat.
Fuck Happy Madison fucktards. You're probably
What's
thinking,
the
why do I want to beat the shit out of them so bad? Because for most of my whole life, they mentally and physically harassed and bullied and assaulted me. How do you think I fucking feel after all those years? They wouldn't do that to me now. Because I would turn into fucking baseball bat boy from the Ray too. My number 8,
Oh yeah.
this movie is the reason why Stone Cold Steve Austin wasn't able to show up for the 1000th episode of Raw.
Oh.
Grown-ups 2.
Grown-ups 2. I was in the theater. I fucking cried because I was in so much pain, and I broke a
You broke
fucking
the-
armrest.
Armrest. You broke the armrest.
I broke the armrest.
By
I'm
the
not
way,
joking.
I should mention I was the only one in the theater that was not laughing. Alex, you were laughing too, by the way.
This movie is fucking
That
garbage.
was the first time.
The first time. I know the first time. I know, but
That was
I just
the
wanted,
first time.
I know, but I should mention. I just wanted to
Steve
mention.
Austin was in this movie, and it's the reason why he couldn't show up for the 1,000, the biggest fucking superstar wrestler in WWE history, because he had to stop to suck Adam Sandler's cock and the rest of those Fred Wolf and Tim Herothy and all those pieces of shit.
Fred Willard, rest in peace.
No, Fred Wolf.
Oh, I thought you meant Fred Willard.
Fred Wolf and
man.
Tim Herothy.
That's
Happy
bad.
Madison's
That's
finest. Oh, and gee, I wonder why they go on such luxurious areas. Because they do it because they want to go on vacation. Something that I fucking said for God knows how long. And when the news popped up, who was right all the fucking time? And that's my number 8. Fuck grown-ups, dude. Fuck Happy Madison. I swear to God, I am the biggest hater of this.
You are.
I am.
You absolutely are, dude. Grown Ups 2 was fucking garbage, anyways.
Oh boy.
Speaking of that, hey Lucas, 3 out of 5.
That was my first time seeing
3 out of 5. I ought to take out my fat dong and slap the shit out of you with it.
Romy, I do not want to be slapped by your dick. No, thank you.
Well, your ass says all the
If it was
way.
a she-male, maybe, but no, not you.
Alex,
Anyways,
Alex. Amateur hour.
my number 8 is, in my opinion, the worst animated film of the decade, and that is the Emoji Movie.
Really?
Oh, that was that probably has a top.
Not
30,
even close
top
on my
20.
list. That probably my number 23, to be honest.
Oh my goodness. You want to talk about the bottom of the barrel, scraping the bottom of the barrel when it comes to Hollywood movies. Let's go with the most famous fad that's catching the world nation, and that's emojis. Come on. What the hell were they thinking?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly. The poop emoji, the fucking
But played by Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart.
I love it when I saw it the second time. It's called Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Hell
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely. Oh my God. It was so just awful. Just absolutely terrible. 86 minutes of my life, once again, wasted.
I snuck into this movie and I still felt ripped off. Yeah. Still though. This
Patrick Stewart is poop. Sir
Yeah.
Patrick Stewart is poop.
Get out of here with that crap. That's just, oh my God.
Oh, no pun intended.
Moving on. Moving on.
Lucas. All right. Lucas.
Garbage.
Hold on, give me 1 second here.
Garbage.
Terrible.
I
want
have
to-
one line from me will describe my number 8 worst film of the decade.
Okay.
Be prepared.
Come on.
The Lion King 2019 is my number 8. The
Oh, come
worst,
on.
the worst one of these live adaptation remakes by your favorite company, Disney. Good Lord, this movie is absolutely garbage. Not even the visuals can save this movie. The one problem here is another big problem. They
Oh,
took away
good Lord.
one of the best scenes in the entire movie with Rafiki telling Simba about the pain and remembering to leave it in the past for a scene where Simba's hair goes into a turd that is rolled by a dung
The
beetle.
Rube Goldberg effect.
Good fucking God.
I actually liked
I'm
the
sorry.
remake.
I'm sorry, though.
I
This
liked it too.
trend needs to die. Stop remaking every classic animated movie as a live adaptation movie. The trend needs to stop. I don't
depends
care
on
if
how
it
it's
makes some
done.
money. It's a
How is-
terrible trend. It's stupid. Don't add anything new. Except the only one this time that was actually right was the Jungle Book. But otherwise,
And
everything else-
Cinderella. Because Cinderella.
Beauty and the Beast was great too.
It was.
I thought it was okay. I thought it was okay. Beauty and the Beast was okay, but the animated, but compared to the original animated movie, the
Oh, no
first ever
shit.
animated film to be nominated for a Best Picture at the Oscars. Yeah, no, same the fact, not even
Oh, no
close. But yeah, overall, Lion King 2019, go away. And I cannot wait for Your Movie Sucks review for The Lion King because this has been months in waiting. I cannot wait for it because he's going to tear that movie a new asshole. So yeah, that's why it's my number 8.
By the way, I should say, speaking of Tessa's comment that she just mentioned, I was going to see Mulan originally, but screening
COVID.
and all that. But yeah,
But COVID
but
happened.
COVID, of course. But anyway, so my number 8, Romy, you just mentioned this earlier.
Oh,
Unfinished bullshit.
I didn't.
Unfinished business. Oh, you didn't? I thought you did.
That's one ahead of me.
I thought
No,
you mentioned it.
Lucas
I
did.
said number 9. That was my number 9.
Lucas,
Austin.
my retarded twin.
I'm not retarded.
I thought you mentioned it, but yeah, Unfinished Business. So I originally did not see this movie in theaters, unlike Lucas did. I saw this movie online, and I'm not joking with you. What happened was that in anger, I actually punched my computer screen. It went white for a split second. I wish it stayed white, so I could have avoided seeing the rest of this movie.
You wish it stayed
you wish
white.
it stayed white.
Yeah, I wish it stayed.
What a racist.
That was actually pretty funny, actually. So
I'm just
performances.
waiting for some asshole to take that out of context.
All I'm gonna say is this: like Romy said, this movie is about a handshake. That's it.
Really is.
It's about a handshake. They spend 90 minutes to do this.
No, it's like, yeah.
Are you?
Like,
And this is actually a remake, by the way. It's a remake from what I read up. It's a remake. The glory hole scene.
Oh, stop it.
Wait,
good lord, don't make me remind me of that scene, please.
And
If
next
you're
up,
if
Mike
you're-
Pancake.
and the wheelbarrow.
Oh my god, yeah.
Good fucking lord.
Dude,
Not even Mandingo can make that look proper.
No, every actor in this movie is a terrific actor, and they're subjected to this nonsense. Dave Franco is a great actor. So is Vince Vaughn and Tom Wilkinson.
Vince Vaughn can be
He can be. He was good in F is for Family season 3.
when he does mostly dramas. Yes, because that's what he originally did.
And the
Fighting
director
My
of the
Family.
film, I'm sure he's done great stuff in his past too, from what I've looked up. But this movie was not funny. It feels so long, despite only being just over 90 minutes. It's painful to watch.
What the fuck?
Of course.
And it's just, I remember my best friend, one of my buddies, Sarah, said, "Why would you subject yourself?" And she recommended me a movie to watch afterwards. What we do in the shadows, and that saved my sanity for that day.
Dude, I've heard too. I've heard the TV show's great as hell.
I've heard it's great.
It is.
So think about this, guys. My number 1 worst movie of 2015, I went from that to watching one of my favorite movies of that year. Sarah, thank you for saving my sanity. Number 8 is Unfinished Business. Number 7.
Go ahead, Ron.
Number 7.
Madison.
It's actually not Happy Madison, but it is another. But it is. But however, we got more Happy Madison coming up later on.
Oh God.
Hi, Gary. Hi.
Oh God.
We awoke.
Oh, 3 men. The baby.
I think we just answered that question.
3 men. It's the baby Jerome, or is it Lucas?
What do you think it is? He just said, "Hi, Gary."
Hi, Gary.
No, actually,
Hi.
it's actually a spinoff. 3 Men and a Retard.
Fuck you, Romy. You fucking ass.
Anyways, keep going, Romy. Anyways.
My number 7. When I was in the theater, I was told to shut up 3 times.
Wow.
And I want to say I almost got into a fight with somebody, but
Oh my.
it was damn near close. And it took me 70 minutes to drive home because I was this fucking mad.
Oh shit.
This is without question one of the most. Well, it originally was in terms of comedies, the most sexist movie I think I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, got it.
My number 7 is The Other Woman.
Again, I was the only person in the theater that was
Kate
not laughing
Upton's
throughout
in
this
it, and
entire
she's
movie.
hot as fuck.
Oh yeah, how did they showcase her? Running in slow motion with her big titties bouncing up and down because that's all she's good for. Every single woman in this film is an absolute piece of shit bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Every single one. Remember that movie John Tucker Must Die? It's like that but worse.
Oh,
I never saw John Tucker Must Die.
Classic.
I never saw it.
That is a classic. I have not seen that in ages. Jesus.
On my Facebook, I did a 3 to 3,500 word review going, oh, is it pretentious? We'll get to that on a higher.
I do love titties, though, so Kate Upton's titties were the only saving grace.
God.
That's the only saving grace for this movie.
No, it's not.
There is not. No, nothing about this movie works. Everything is a fucking joke.
This was in my top. I think it was in my top
It was-
5 worst films. Of
It was my
2014.
number 2 of 2014.
Oh man.
I couldn't fucking believe this shit.
Neither could I. Neither could I.
And the shit they would do back and forth in order to get revenge, even though it makes them look so much worse. I'm just like, fuck this. Okay, fuck this filmmaker, because he also did. Oh my god, he
Nick
did that movie.
Cassavetes, right? He did,
He's awful.
I want to
He
say this
is
right now.
awful.
He did the Notebook, which I actually liked.
Yeah,
He did the Notebook, which I liked.
yeah.
John Q. Fuck that movie. That movie pissed me off.
John Q.
It's about Denzel Washington, who he holds up a place so he can force his son to get surgery in front of everybody else who needed it as well, and he wasn't even on the. It's so fucking pathetic, and this is the worst one. So yeah, that's my number 7. The Other Woman. What a sexist piece of shit trash.
Okay. Austin, I have a feeling you're going to be mentioning this a lot higher on your list.
Mm-hmm.
When the poster and the ending shot of the trailer is the ending shot of the movie,
You're right. I am.
What?
The Apparition.
Okay,
Number 7 for me is The Apparition.
I couldn't find this movie because it wasn't in that many theaters. I couldn't find it anywhere.
It was at our local theater.
It was at our local. Well,
I couldn't
again,
find it.
20.
It was
We have
2012.
2012. Yep.
2012.
I
yeah,
couldn't believe it was at
terrible.
our local theater. I couldn't believe it.
It was. There were some moments where I think I and Brandon, the guy we saw it with, were laughing at it because it was so fucking bad. Remember?
That's kind of like me with the Bye-Bye Man.
Yeah, it was just dumb. It was just absolutely dumb. This is one of the worst horror films I've ever seen in my life. I'm going to be honest with you 100%.
C.A. Cougar, I love you. He goes, The Apparition was my pick, and then Midsommar came out.
And then Midsommar came out. Yeah, this movie is just
It's bad.
special. It's special because not only, like I said, the trailer and the poster have the final shot of the movie. It's like,
Really?
well, we already know what the fuck's gonna happen.
Oh
so
yeah,
what's
they
the
give
point?
away the entire movie in the trailer. The entire movie.
Yeah.
That's such bullshit.
I hate it when
never
movies
thought
do
of
that. So yeah, slowly but short and sweet. Apparition, another horror film that brings nothing new to the table, and it's one of those films that just bore you into tears, and that's exactly what it did with me. It was terrible. That's my number 7, The Apparition.
All right, Lucas.
Luke Ass, what do you have?
That's not my name, Alex. You know that, right? I'm not Lucas.
Let's keep it going
Lucas.
here.
Number 7 for me is the moments where I started to hate this one actor. Not
Oh,
only
boy.
for what he says all the movies, but what he does in this movie, and maybe hate him up to this day, even up to this day. Robert De Niro's Dirty Grandpa.
Oh,
That's not in the top 5.
Dude, it was close to making the top 5, but only a few other films beat it out, man. I'm sorry, but Dirty Grandpa is definitely deserving to be on the top 10 worst films of the
there
decade. Romy, calm the fuck down.
let
Romy,
him
calm down.
Romy, let him talk. Romy, let him talk. Let him talk. Let him talk.
No, let him say what he wants to say.
Hold on a second.
You look like you're about to
Hold on
pop
a
like a
second, I'm
tomato.
getting a
Holy
call.
crap!
You look like you're gonna explode.
Okay. As you were.
Lucas, go ahead. Go ahead.
Dirty Grandpa. God damn, this movie is fucking garbage. This is some of the worst comedy I have ever seen in a movie, like pretty much throughout the rest of this year. That was trying to be funny, but was not funny at all. There was one movie I'll mention ahead of it, but
It was
there's
trying.
this film in general. Every actor in this movie is unlikable piece of shit. And yeah, De Niro was good, Joe. I'll give him that, but still, I still don't like him outside the movies. I don't like him at all. But back to what I was saying. Dirty Grandpa. Literally, one of the opening scenes is him jacking off, and Zac Efron walks in.
Oh,
That's it within the first 10 minutes of the movie.
don't
Yeah.
mention that, please. Oh my god, I forgot about that scene. Now you bring it back up. Oh,
I'm sorry, Austin.
Oh.
But Dirty Grandpa, this movie just is not funny, not clever at all. It is some of the most predictable writing ever, and this movie just absolutely fucking sucks. Who the hell would want to watch this movie? And yeah, other than Joker, Robert De Niro, I don't like you to this day. So
I
yeah,
can't
that's
stand him
why
as
it's
a
Marvel.
person either.
Have you seen The
I
Irishman?
don't like him as a
Lucas?
person either. What?
Have you seen The Irishman? He's actually terrific in that.
I have not seen The Irishman. I did
It's
not want to bother with that
fucking-
movie.
Dude,
I'm
it's
not watching it
great.
for obvious reasons.
You Mr.
Anyways,
Casual.
anyways, yeah.
But yeah, that's why it's my number 7. Austin, go ahead.
Oh boy. So number 7, you guys will be surprised that this isn't higher on my list, but it makes it
Uh-oh.
on there.
Uh-oh.
Number 7, Jack and Jill went up a hill and they made a fucking god awful
The
movie.
fuck? This movie caused me fucking harm.
I know it did.
I almost committed homicide to another human being on that day.
Oh, jeez.
We'll get to that motherfucker later on.
Oh my god.
So Jack and Jill. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up here. We have a special cameo. Gary, you can leave if you want.
What are you doing? Like, get out of here! Get out of here!
Gary, you can leave, by the way, if you want. I'm just saying.
Lucas, what the fuck?
I want to be Care Bear. He's a cool person.
I came on here to yell at one person. He knows who he is, too.
Okay.
I'm talking to this butt fucker up here.
I'm not a butt fucker. That's not true. I'm not a butt
No.
fucker.
I'm trying to enjoy my dinner. I'm trying to enjoy my Sprite. I'm trying to sit here and watch a couple matches, and you keep blowing up my fucking phone with your silliness that I refuse to read and respond to because all you do is blow me up with your goddamn nonsensical butt juice that I don't want to listen to.
Juice.
See what you started.
Care Bear.
Gary, you're going to get us flagged for you flashing your titties.
You're gonna hurt my person
don't
again.
do
I don't want
that.
you to hurt my person. Then I'm not gonna be able to do the stream very well.
No, you should have me on here instead of him because I make better comedy. I'm actually a better actor. Holy shit, bro.
I'm a good actor.
Yeah.
Lucas, you'd be a horrible actor in porno. That's how bad yours is.
All right, Gary. Anything
No,
else?
I would
on
not.
that? Anything else on that, Gary?
Well, what number you want? Top 6?
No,
Number 6?
I'm talking about my number 7.
Oh, go ahead. I'll listen.
Oh, there, I was gonna make a quick. Anyway, so all right, so if you want, Gary, you can just react. So, number 7, yeah, I was talking about Jack and Jill. This movie, okay.
Let me get a shirt on.
What the fuck was that?
Damn it.
I might just kick out Gary at this point.
Oh, please do. You make the show better.
That wasn't me. I didn't make no racket.
Anyway, so number 7, Jack and Jill. I originally passed on this movie. I was not gonna see it, and then I was told by a couple people, "Watch, it's hilarious." What the?
Hold up. Okay, if anybody finds this movie hilarious, just treat them like treat them like COVID-19. Stay far away.
Basically, I'm just gonna say it's this: Jack, Adam Sandler playing as 2 characters, and they're both annoying assholes.
Turn you down a little.
And the humor of this movie, I will
What
never
humor?
forget. I'll never forget the scene. I have to mention the scene.
No.
Jill goes on a date, and she comes
Oh, no.
back having Mexican.
I got the Hershey's chocolate squirts. Fuck off, Sandler.
It was painful. It was just annoying as can be. Oh, but twist it with your sister shot.
Oh!
I was gonna be like Leonardo DiCaprio in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and torch everybody in that theater.
I don't blame you for that one. Except I was watching on a computer. This is Adam Sandler, you're amazing when you do dramatic roles, but
Oh, he is?
comedies, God. After
No.
I'm sorry, I know you don't like Happy Gilmore or Billy Madison. I know, but
No,
after
I was
Billy
gonna say
Madison,
that.
it's like you just went.
No, you know what? No, I'm gonna say this right now. It's offensive to use the word comedy.
That's what I'm wondering.
What the fuck was that?
What I just said?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, what the fuck was
I don't know.
What is going on right now?
We need to keep our composure. Yeah, my number 7. I'm just gonna end it right there. Jack and Jill, this movie. Adam Sandler, just do good shit, please.
Spoiler for my
How is
list.
that number 7?
I never saw Jack and Jill. I never saw it.
Trust me, you're not missing out.
So it will not be on my list.
Do yourself a favor. Don't.
All
I'm
right,
not going
number
to.
6.
I have no intention.
Number 6, Romy, go ahead.
My number 6 is another fucking Happy Madison fucktard film.
Oh, gee, I wonder which one.
Okay, first of all, Alex, Austin.
Wait.
Oh wait, no, Alex.
Wait.
Yeah,
I know what you're. I know which one this
Austin!
is. Africa.
I know what it is.
Gee, I wonder why they went to Africa so the Happy Madison fucktards can go on vacation. 3 out of 5, 4 out of 5. This movie made me fucking faint. I fainted after it was over. It took me 4 hours to finish.
Oh my god.
Blended.
Especially those
I
little
was young.
fuck asses, those little kids. I wish a rhino would have ran them over. My number 6 is Blended.
Oof. Did
I
not
was
see this
young
one either.
and
I didn't
stupid,
bother to
okay?
see this one either.
And the director is Frank Crotchrot. Yeah, you know him from other Happy Madison films, such as The Ridiculous Six. I ain't watching that because fuck Netflix. Earplugs are required while Jerome is talking. Yeah, same with you,
No.
Luke. I don't want to hear what you have to say.
Oh, that was
All right. Let's keep the trash talking towards the movies.
I'm just fucking.
I know.
This whole movie is forced and contrived up the ass, unlike anything I've ever seen
Forced
before.
and contrived.
It is. Nothing would ever happen, and
Forced and contrived.
I predicted everything that was going to happen, and this movie took me almost 4 fucking hours to finish. And by the time it was over, James, the Emperor, can attest to this. I fucking fainted after it was over from the level of just infuming hatred I had. I passed out. That's my number 6, is fucking Blended. You got blend Happy Madison fucktards in a fire and watch it burn. That's the only way I'll watch his films again. Except for his dramas.
Alex?
A lot of people are going to be surprised that this one is not in my top 5 because I hate this movie with a passion. Number 6 for me, movie 43.
Wow.
Okay. Alex, I thought that was going to be your number 1.
That's what I thought too, actually.
Now, originally, I was going to put this in my top 5, but then I remembered this one specific scene. This generation's Howard the Duck.
Oh,
God.
Hey,
So,
he was good at Avengers Endgame.
exactly.
It was, yeah.
So, I had to push it back a few because there were a few films that I remembered throughout this decade, and I just had to put it on there. So, anyways, movie 43, you got all this all-star cast, and they're basically doing all these like mini movies, and they're just not funny as hell. They're not funny.
They stole
The first one they stole from South Park. Bald Chin Boy.
And you know the
They
sad.
stole that from South Park.
Oh, they did, yeah.
The worst thing didn't happen because the credits rolled. I'm like, all right, fine, the movie's over.
It's over. Thank God. Let me get out of here.
And no,
it's not over yet.
James Gunn releases the cartoon cat, and it was the worst fucking one. I was just
No. The worst one was the probably the period scene.
For me, it was awful. Yeah. Hey, Elizabeth Banks, fuck off, you feminazi bitch.
We'll talk about movie 43 later on my list. So.
Oh, geez.
That or the will you poop on me?
That was my worst
Oh,
one.
and they're not a couple together anymore. And
No, I'm pretty sure that's why.
and yeah, you remember
No,
how
it's
the
not that.
Oscars they snub Jennifer. They snub Adam Sandler and many others because of their track record. Yet Peter Farrelly made this movie, a bunch of other shitty films, and he won 2 Oscars
For Green
for
Book.
Green Book. The hypocrisy.
All right.
Go figure. That's my number 6 movie, 43.
Lucas?
1 second. My number 6 is my number one worst movie of 2015. Bill Murray, what the fuck were you thinking? Rock the Casbah is my number 6 worst movie of the decade.
I like that song.
It's not the song by The Clash.
You stole my joke! I was really gonna say that!
That's why I love you, Gary.
But yeah, Rock the Casbah. Good fucking God. Even people forget that this was a movie that they actually thought it was a song. But no, this is actually a movie. And when I was going into this movie, like reading some of the interviews, Bill Murray wanted this to be like an underrated cult classic. Even though it was a very small movie, he wanted this to be an underrated cult classic. And unfortunately, yeah, this was not happening. You have a great cast, too. Look at this cast. Let me tell you some of the cast in this movie. You have Bill Murray, Kate Hudson, Bruce Willis, Danny McBride, Zooey Deschanel.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you have all these people in this movie, and this movie is an hour and 46 minutes of pure garbage. Everything in this movie, all the characters are fucking assholes. All the characters are stupid. Their jokes do not work. This movie literally lost my attention within the first 5 minutes of the movie. It lost my attention in the first 5 minutes. It made me hate Bill Murray in this movie, and God, this was Bill Murray's worst movie, I think. I think this was his worst movie ever. Worse than Caddyshack 2, because at least Caddyshack 2 made some money. Wait,
he wasn't in Caddyshack 2.
He's saying it's worse than Caddyshack 2.
He wasn't in Caddyshack 2, though.
Really? I thought he was for some reason.
Oh.
No.
Well, yeah, anyways.
God, I thought...
No, that was his brother.
It might have been my memory or something, but I thought he was in it. But yeah, this is Bill Murray's worst movie. You know, this movie was $15 million. Guess how much it made? $3.8 million. $3.8 million.
Close enough.
Yeah, this movie was out of theaters within no time. This movie is quickly forgotten about. And yeah, Bill Murray, I want this to be an underrated cult classic. How does that work for you, buddy? It's my number 6 worst film of the decade. A film so unlikable, it was on many people's worst of lists. And yeah, this movie's garbage. And you know, it's not the song Rock the Casbah by The Clash.
Well,
that's my number 6, folks.
Well, that tells me one thing about his feelings. The Sheree don't like it.
God damn it, Gary.
All right, so my number 6, once again, I know Alex and Rome are going to be like, how is this not in your top 5 once again?
Oh, God damn it.
Number 6, Zac Efron, Robert De Niro, Dirty Grandpa.
Wow, so it's one slot I have mine.
It just missed my top 5. Just missed it. Now, once again, like with Jack and Jill, I was originally not going to see this movie. But then Jerome was telling me, of course, you have to see this in order to make your top 10 worst possible.
And I was right, wasn't I?
Yeah, you were right. This was my number 1 worst movie of 2016. My number 1 was originally 50 Shades of Black until I saw this, and my God, I was in torture watching Dirty Grandpa. Within the opening sequence that involves Robert De Niro doing, I'm not going to mention, and everything falling afterwards with the cops that just are stupid idiots the entire time.
No, the cops were the worst characters in the movie.
Not just that, but Aubrey Plaza going after Robert De Niro the entire time and doing his sexual innuendos, which were really, oh my God, it just makes me even sick thinking about it.
It's every fucking bad movie rolled into one.
Absolutely, it is. It's the humor is mean-spirited up the. Yeah, pretty much. The humor is just mean-spirited up the ass. So there's ways to do mean-spirited to make it right. Like, for example, bad words is the perfect example to do that with. But Dirty Grandpa is just constant dick jokes, sex joke, poop jokes. I want to fuck jokes the entire time throughout the entire film. That's really what Robert De Niro does the entire time. That's about it. Yes, Lucas? Oh, okay.
Good. Come on. Makes the stream better.
Give some hawks. Anyway, Jesus. Anyways, yeah, Dirty Grandpa. I remember that just after I saw this movie, I was like to Romy, Romy, thank you for judging me this, and of course, in the most sarcastic way possible, because you put me through torture, bald-headed fucker. Anyways,
Just like one person from the chat. Cool story, bro.
Yeah, bro.
yeah, my number 6, Dirty Grandpa. I felt like I was being tortured for what, almost 2 hours, and the ending. Don't even get me started. Number 6, Dirty Grandpa. Now, Gary mentioned to me earlier that he didn't have a top 5. Now, Gary, if you'd like to, you may join along.
Hi, Gary Bear.
Can you? All right. First off, you fuck off, and I'll be kind enough to say,
Lucas, let him talk. Let the boy talk.
Okay.
Oh, my
if I had a strong grip and had muscles, and if I had the ability to squish a grapefruit right now, I'd it's Lucas's head.
Anyways, so Gary Bear, here's what we're gonna do now. Since Gary has a top 5, here's the order now. It's gonna be Gary, Jerome, Alex, Lucas, then myself. So Gary, starting with the top 5, going into our top 5 most hated films of the decade.
Well, I just literally put this list together.
Go
just
ahead.
Now.
Go ahead,
it's
man.
not in the chronological order that I wanted, but at least in terms of top 5, I just wrote down at least whatever I could that would be in the
There
top.
you go.
That's fine. Go ahead, man. That's fine.
Okay, so I might as well start off and get everybody's started here. So
Lucas, you're a bit too loud on
Lucas!
your audio.
will you shut the fuck up? I am talking. As I was saying, Todd.
Thank you.
Number 5, you all just went over it. Now, I love a good spoof. I love a good parody every so often. I love seeing, different varieties of shorts put into one that brings humor and different types of creativity.
It's my
This,
man.
on the other hand, is on the total opposite end. This movie is nothing more but a colitis piece of shit, fucking poopy face, bunch of actors and actresses who are well known out there just put into one, making all these stupid ass rip-offs. And it was just nothing more but a clusterfuck of just madness and nonsense. Movie 43.
That's my number 5 as well.
Oh my god.
We agree on one. We actually agree.
Oh boy, here we go. Gary, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Folks,
You go ahead, Gary.
listen to Lucas is the reason why I got a vasectomy.
You fucking asshole.
All right, look, guys, I just want to put out 41 views. Thank you all for watching so far. 41 viewers currently.
Go ahead, Gary.
What do you want?
Say your piece, and then I'll say my piece about movie 43.
I want to hear your piece. No one wants to hear you talk.
Anyways,
See, I'm legit
Gary,
crying now.
let's keep the ball rolling here, Gary.
Okay, movie 43. I remember seeing this film. I didn't see it in theaters, thank God, but I remember seeing it on TV one time. I didn't know what the fuck to think. If I wanted to watch all these bits, I could have just gone back, watched South Park, watch all those bits that they did proper well. But seeing Hugh Jackman with his that thing hanging down his face. I'm not gonna.
Oh God, yeah. I remember that.
Balls.
Dwarf.
Oh my God, the movie was just nothing but a train wreck. It was terrible. I don't know what else to say because you fuckers just went over it. So, there's nothing I can add on.
Yeah, I will say, though, the pooping scene was my worst one. That was the worst scene in the entire movie. The only redeeming thing that actually wasn't terrible but could have been so much better was Terrence Howard's basketball thing. That was the only thing that could have been somewhat better, but still. It was still
Even
bad.
then, it was still
but
bad.
It was still bad, but it was not as bad as the rest of the movie was. That's what I'm trying to say. And what I was going to say was, because I didn't know Gary had the same number 5 as me, my number 5 and number 4 are my 2 worst films of 2013. We'll get into that a little bit. But yeah, this movie is completely terrible. There is no way anyone should watch this thing. It ruined so many people's lives. And yeah, don't watch movie 43. Just don't. That's why it's me and Gary's number 5.
Romy boy.
I say you and I'll say mine. I had no agreement with you.
But,
all right, Romy, number 5. Romy?
My number 5 is another Happy Madison fuck-talk film.
Gee, I wonder which one.
It is
Wait, hold on.
I know which one
Let's
it
see.
is.
You've gone over.
Oh, God.
Paul Blart Mall Pop Tart.
It is the review that started it all.
Oh shit! I know.
Paul Blart Lard Ass 2.
Paul Blart Pop Tart 2.
Gonna be talking about that later on.
The movie that turned me into a fucking vegetable. I didn't move for 30 to 60 minutes after it was over.
I remember.
If it wasn't for Alex, I would have quit. I would have quit watching it. It was so fucking bad.
It was me. I saved him.
Paul Blart Lard Ass 2, and it also features M. Bison.
The Bison.
I wanted to say this with Shane, by the way, and the two of us were like, oh, throughout it.
These people in this movie weren't even fucking trying. They weren't trying.
It was just fat guys falling down. It's just fat people falling down. That's
looks
all,
like we got
I fall down.
It looks like we got a fork in the road. Oh my god, the fucking puns were worse than Gary's.
Wait, my puns are actually
his music puns are awesome. So
yeah,
At least he's entertaining.
I appreciate your puns, Gary.
And just
They're
like in
lovable.
every single Happy Madison fucktard trend, the stupid retard dumbass gets the fucking hot chick at the end.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah,
Always.
and let's not forget, yes, you are right. Hey, see, I can accept criticism because I was right because I call it a peacock. No, it was a crane. The scene with the crane is one of the absolute most pointless, stupidest scenes in movie history.
It's so bad, to say the least. It's bad.
Is that as the nostalgia critic used to say, would that be a big-lipped alligator moment?
Pretty much. Back when he was, oh yeah, back when he was,
Back when it was great, yeah.
Yeah,
And entertaining.
yeah. Except now he's doing reviews of The Wall. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'd say review, and yeah,
that was
awful.
garbage.
It's some of the worst shit I've ever seen. Paul Blart Lard Ass 2 is my number 5.
All right.
Alex,
Austin,
Bro Montana.
I have a feeling this one's going to be your number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about our favorite director, M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong Dumb Dick.
You'll find out. You'll see.
Oh, I fucking hate
When
him.
he creates, brings one of the best animated Nickelodeon films of the mid-2000s to the big screen. The
Thank God I did
Last
not see this.
Airbender.
Thank God I did not see this.
Oh, this butchered my
Holy
childhood so much.
crap. You want to
By
talk
the
about
way-
ruining childhoods.
By the way, I want to enter really quick. I want to shameless plug Artemis Fowl review coming tonight. Just wanted to add that really quick. But Alex, keep going. Keep going.
You want to talk about ruining childhoods.
Penis hair.
This... Hold on a second.
It's so goddamn.
You want to
bad.
talk about ruining names from the show?
Oh, don't.
His
get
name
me
is Ang,
started.
not
Not
Ong.
Ong.
Uncle Iro, not Uncle Iro.
Iro.
Are you fucking?
The editing
This
is
is
some of the worst I've ever seen of all time.
Absolutely horrible. It is a disrespect to the show. It's just so bad.
Watch the show instead.
And,
By the way, thank you,
I-
Alex.
It was nothing like it.
There was only one scene from the show in the movie. That's it. One scene.
Dude,
It was
there's a
tiny
scene
scene.
where it takes,
Nothing.
there was a scene where it takes like 6 guys to move like a fucking like little pebble across the screen.
In the movie, 6 people could literally move a tank. I'm not even kidding. That's how badass
And
they were.
M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong Dickhead Bitch still defends that movie to this day.
Oh god, it's so bad.
He's awful. He's absolute shit. Other than
Anyways.
the other than,
It's been 10 years, and it's still shit.
Oh,
We're still talking about it to this day.
man, because how awful it was.
That's all I got. Last Airbender, my number 5.
all right.
Luke
My number
Ass,
5.
what do you got?
I already said mine.
He already
Mine
did his
was,
number
Oh,
five.
that's
It was
right.
movie
Sorry.
43.
mine was
My bad.
with Gary. Same with Gary's.
All right.
My bad. Off Don, what do you got?
My number 5. I made a last minute change up in this list for my number 5, only because I hate my number 4 even more. So, my number 5. Alex mentioned this earlier. I love horror films so much.
Oh, baby.
This was my worst horror film of the past decade, and that is The Apparition. I didn't know this movie's existence at all. And then, of course, the Stuckmanizer brought up a review of it, and I was like, you know what? Let's go see this movie. Surprisingly enough, it was at my local theater, which is literally 10 minutes away from where I live. And Alex, I talked Alex into it and his buddy Brandon. I was like, let's go see this movie. Let's have a fun time. We were the only people in that theater, by the way.
No, they weren't. We were there. I think there was like two other people behind us.
But
two others behind us, and they were laughing at our commentary throughout it.
The best way I can describe this movie, this is a rejected Twilight Zone episode. And and by the way, it's even an insult to mention Twilight Zone with the Apparition. What are these guys scared of? The Grudge, which is poorly done, and poor construction the entire time. They're
poor construction!
And the Apparition and the trail and the poster, it says, if you believe you die, which never happens throughout the entire film. Tom Felton as Draco Malfoy, I guarantee was blackmailed to be in this movie. There's a person from Twilight that's in this movie. There's a person, actually Sebastian Stan, the Winter Soldier, is in this movie, who is completely wasted, by the way. It's not scary at all, because all the scenes that are supposed to be scary is the Twilight girl walking around slowly in her hallway, listening to noises. That's your scares of this movie.
What was that?
Louis, this is all she's doing.
I was thinking of something else that involves.
That movie's way better than this. Anyways.
I wish.
Oh my god.
wish.
It's just, the writing is terrible, and like Alex mentioned this, when you have a movie that has the poster and the final shot of the trailer, that's the final shot of the movie, who in the shitting hell gave... Okay,
why?
I'm all for having original horror films out there. I'm all for having original things out there. But when you... Oh, Lucas?
What?
Anyway,
What happened?
So, your noise was a little bit too high on that part. Anyway, so when you have a film that's this lazy, and you have it released this, where it doesn't even touch the concept of the original horror film, what's the point of making your movie? I love horror films. I love this shit. It's my bread and butter right here. But no, Apparition just pissed me off. I could go on and on about how much this movie is a disgrace to the genre, but number 5, the Twilight Zone reject movie.
Twilight Zone.
Yeah, number 5, Apparition. Gary, number 4.
Oh boy. All right. Since I see a lot of names in the chat who don't even know who the hell I am, well, let me give you a little simple introduction who the fuck I am once I mention
this
one.
Once I name this particular director. Okay, for those who do know me and understand my concept.
I'm sorry, who are you?
You're funny.
I know.
Are you like Voldemort, whose name we cannot say?
Hi, Gerber.
Gary is a badass. He's the young assassin for a reason.
I wonder who gave him that name.
Anyways, Gare Bear. Okay,
Anyways,
stop sniffing your finger.
It wasn't even sniffing my finger. Okay, for those who do know me well enough and understand, I'm just gonna name this one director, and I think you should know exactly what movie I'm going towards. Richard Linklater.
Oh,
yes!
Yes!
I love this movie.
Yes. I love that
Damn.
Everybody
Whoa!
who I am knows for a fact how much
Everybody
I
wants
fucking
them.
movie so goddamn much.
No, it's not that one.
Now, before I hear somebody saying, "Oh, why do you hate this movie so much?" I'm offended. I like this movie. Good for
I
you.
like it.
Okay.
I don't care. Don't bother me one bit. I'll explain why I don't like it. Folks, when I watch a movie, I want to see logic. I want to see logic. I want to see reasoning. I want a story that actually builds. I want to see a story that builds into something that has meaning. I want to see a story that actually represents something that helps build to the execution of what's being presented on screen. If no specific things that happen within your movie that's just complete random nonsense of just seeing some kid growing up without giving any merit or any memorable factors at all to why it's so important, then I'm not going to understand the concept. Watching a kid growing up, okay. And I watched my ass grow up on fucking home videos and look at me now. Okay? What's the purpose of watching a kid growing up, living his life? You know, he starts off as a harmless kid, grows up to be a fucking asshole in the end. So,
See a cougar.
What is it that I don't understand about this particular movie? What is it? Oh, it's artsy. Oh, I don't go by artsy metaphorical. I want to see a film that has logic. I want to see a film that has merit. I want to see a film that gives reasons in terms of execution, the performance, the story that's being built, quotes, whatever it is that makes the whole movie reasonable, understandable, excitable, and memorable. I don't understand what it is that people find memorable about this movie.
I don't either.
It's fucking artsy, okay? You want to know what else is artsy? Going to a fucking museum and looking at paintings, statues, sculptures, and all that other nonsense. That's artsy. I get more excitement looking at paintings than it is looking at this film.
Oh, what's it?
I don't get the love for this movie.
Ethan Hawke is the only thing I liked about the movie.
Same here.
I can't understand this praise at all in terms of watching this kid growing up. He's fucking arguing with people. He's making friends and all that, going to school and all this.
He becomes a hipster asshole douche.
Yeah.
Watch that stuff. I don't want to watch that stuff. I want to see a movie that has a story that gets you engaged. When I watched film, I wasn't engaged at all. I just do not understand anything that happens. There's really not much more I can say except the logic isn't there. The story that makes this quote-unquote film memorable doesn't really jump out to me as memorable. It just seems like another fucking home video that's just gone fucking bad.
Look, Nuggets making me laugh my ass off right now. I'm sorry.
Oh, I know.
But he's right. But he's right.
Fuck this movie, dude.
I think Alex and I are the only ones here that actually liked it a lot.
There's actually a series of films that do it much better. That do this kind of stuff much better. It's called 7, 14, 21, 28. It's done by the British. It's a British series of films. They're documenting these people every 7 years. Much better series than Boyhood ever would be.
All right.
Anybody who likes the film, it's good for you. I don't care, but you love it. More power to you. I just don't understand what you see that I don't.
Oh boy.
Tubby?
All right.
Oh boy.
My number 4 is Casual.
Another Happy Madison movie?
No. Surprising. But it is another comedy.
Oh, okay.
You and your comedies, man, I swear.
My number 4, this is my most watched video I have ever done. I did this with Gary.
Fisted Anus.
Fisted fucking anus. Fist fight.
Another one you told me I had to see before I did my top 10.
And where was it placed, Austin?
In my top 2. Fucking asshole.
See, I know awful shit when I fucking see it.
Oh, you do. Except for her.
These two guys would know when it came to Jexy.
Yeah. Fucking Jexy.
You're probably wondering, Jerome, why do you see all these bad movies? This is the reason why. The reason why I see them all is because if I see everything that they have to offer from a mainstream wide release perspective, means I have the right to say what truly was the worst of the worst because I see them all.
Keep going.
As I was. Well, no, that's the reason why. As I was. Fisted Anus, probably the most implausible movie I think I've ever seen in my entire life. How it showcases schools is beyond deplorable. Within the first 5 seconds of the movie, I knew I was in trouble.
So bad.
Everything about this movie is absolute trash. It is. In what fucking universe would the shit that happens in this movie actually happen?
Mm-hmm. Don't get me started with the talent show scene either, by the way.
Oh my god, that is like one of the most. That is like one of the most unfunny, deplorable sequences I think I've ever seen in my entire life.
It's so bad, dude.
It's a bad remake of 3 O'Clock High. It's not pretentious, no. Everything like Ice Cube, he only gets like suspended or barely fired when he tries to fucking murder someone with a fire axe in the classroom.
It's terrible.
Oh boy.
Everything about this movie is pathetic.
By the way, Romy, don't forget the running joke where Jillian Lee or
oh my god! Oh yeah, let's have a counselor who is a massive pedophile and she wants to fuck her goddamn students, especially the people on the football team. Haha! Isn't that so funny?
The one time I giggled was when Charlie Day when she kept telling it, Charlie, I was like, shut the fuck up. When
Oh, I
that was
hated
the one-
everybody in this movie.
That was the one time I giggled. That Jillian Bell, thank you.
Oh, remember Jeremy Jones? You gotta suspend your disbelief. Kiss my ass. I'm not gonna fucking lower my goddamn standards just so I can enjoy a piece of shit movie.
Lower
Fuck
your
that.
standards for what?
Let's
Suspend
not
my
talk shit
disbelief.
about other reviewers.
No, that's what he said.
I know.
Especially your inspiration.
Yes, I know. Anyways, let's
Bullshit.
let's keep the ball rolling. All right,
Go on, as you were.
Alex, as you were about to do
Okay.
number 4.
I just saw this one recently,
Oh,
and I didn't want to believe the hype, but I will admit it was absolutely atrocious.
mm-hmm.
A metaphor that's extended 2 hours way too long. Mother.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. Fuck you,
Mother.
mother. No, not you. Not you. The movie.
I know, Romy, I know. I actually thought this movie was fucking great.
Don't get me wrong, I got it.
Thank you.
It's just trying to communicate the violence and the fucking the nature, but does so in a format that's just not. What the fuck? I'm just losing my mind. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I don't. I got nothing. It was so bad. It's just words cannot describe.
And I saw this movie twice in theaters.
Big baby.
I don't.
Baby's the baby.
Oh, I have a lot to say about that movie.
I'm gonna save it for Romy. But
Yeah, and the
Yeah,
final
I'm gonna-
and the final act of the movie is just like
the final act. Let me just leave it at that. Mother is my number 4. Moving on.
All right, Lucas.
The only reason why I'm plowing myself because I wanted to play this clip that will describe.
Don't play too much of it, dude.
No,
Don't play too much.
Trust me, it's from your video. It's from one of your videos.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Here we go. Ready?
Oh, from Starving Games. That's right.
Yeah,
Starving Games.
The
I
Starving
forgot about
Games.
that one.
It's so
Good
bad.
God. Put that back in. I had to do it because I had to do it because the Starving Game. One of the absolute worst comedies ever. Like seriously, this was a comedy that Austin made me and Alex watch. Thank you, Austin. But yeah,
Did he though?
I'm
absolutely-
sorry.
This is the absolute worst of Jason Freeberg and Eric Seltzer.
Oh,
This
yeah,
is
it
their
is.
absolute worst. And yet they made films after this. Good Lord. Just stop. These guys do not know how to do spoof comedies anymore, man. Like their thing has just gone beyond that, and it's beyond terrible. So yeah, The Starving Games is a comedy you should never see. Don't support these guys because they don't know how to make movies anymore. They only had a few. I think the only one that really is like scary, the first scary movie. But then they just continue on and 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 on.
Yeah, like you.
That's not nice, Care Bear. That's not nice. But yeah,
Let's keep it up, yeah.
The Starving Games, that's why mine.
Back.
It's the number one worst movie of 2013. The other three, oh boy, we're going to have some fun with the next 3.
All right. My number 4. So when it comes to this particular filmmaker, I had avoided every single one of his movies until 2 years ago. I'm not going to give the full story of this. But let me just say this. I had to go see this movie. And let me say this. I was subjected to what felt like 3 hours of torture. Tyler Perry's Nobody's Fool.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Tyler Perry is one of the worst filmmakers
Dude,
of all time.
I had avoided every single one of his movies. I remember one day years ago when Alex was watching Madea Goes to Jail, and at the most jarring tonal shift, it goes from a very dramatic scene, and then out of nowhere a joke comes out. I was like, what the fuck fuck is this? And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna avoid this. And from there on, I was like, nope, I'm not watching a Tyler Perry movie. And then Nobody's Fool came along. What in the shitting hell is this movie? Okay, so for those of you who don't know the plot of Nobody's Fool, basically it stars. Nobody's Fool is Nobody's Fool, Alex, number 4. Tyler Perry. So I'm talking about Nobody's Fool, Alex.
Tyler Perry. What?
So I
heard Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry, Nobody's Fool is my number 4. It starts off with a scene. Yeah, no, I was a damn fool for watching this movie. I was a fool for watching this movie. Seriously, and I didn't even pay for this. I didn't pay for this movie at all. And basically, this person feels like they're being catfished. And there's a cameo by Chris Rock in this movie.
Oh my god, that's arguably the worst scene in the movie.
I remember everyone was laughing. I was just like, I had just a profound reaction in the worst way possible. And at one certain point, it feels like the movie ends. It just keeps going and going and going.
And the two main leads, like one of them is an annoying asshole, and the other one is like one of the worst human beings ever.
Yeah, Lucas.
Gary, don't hurt my person.
It's okay. But let me just say this: Tiffany Haddish, I loved her in Girls Trip so much.
Oh, and after that, she just plummeted.
I want her to make. I think she still has talent. She still has talent. I just want her talent to be better used in other movies. That's all I'm saying. And then Nika Sumpter, I think his name is Tika. I forgot.
She's the worst character in the movie.
The fact that right after she makes love to a guy that professes her love to her, right after that scene, this was a mistake. Oh, and by the way, halfway through, right after it's revealed where the catfish was actually a real person. And it's actually the person, her dream person.
Oh my god, you can't write this.
I am not joking. What happens, guys, is that the guy that she sleeps with sees her with her on her with the guy she's been talking to, and then right after the guy says to her, "Who's that?" She's like, "Oh, he's just some guy."
Some guy.
I'm not joking. I wanted to scream after I saw that scene.
Is that particular sex scene with that guy.
Oh, it's so.
I don't know which one. No, actually, no, I take that back. No, nothing's worse than the sex scene in Midsommar. But go ahead.
But yeah, Tyler Perry. After seeing this movie, if someone even tells me they will pay me $1 billion, I will tell them, "Fuck no." I refuse to see any other Tyler Perry movie after this. And now I have met Tyler Perry. He is a cool guy in person. He's actually a really cool guy. But when it comes to him directing, I'm sorry, man. You're a cool man. You're a cool guy. But I just cannot stand how he directs.
Let me get this straight. You won't even watch another Tyler Perry movie if a fucking redhead offers you a blowjob and a ham sandwich.
Yes.
Oh!
Of course you'll mention that sandwich.
Austin!
Huh?
Yes. I'm sorry. I can't. I will not. I will not tread through a Tyler Perry movie ever again. I will not.
Okay.
It's a ham sandwich!
First of all, you know what's funny about Tyler Perry? Because he hates critics. He even said that he hates critics. And the reason why he doesn't scream for critics is because he claims that it's too expensive.
Too late.
Well, here's the thing. He's worth $600 million.
Mm-hmm.
Expensive my fucking ass.
Anyways, I could go on and on.
I will say, though,
in
the Boondocks, the Tyler Perry parody and the
moving
Boondocks
on. I could keep going on. Number 4, Nobody's Fool. Number 3, Gary, go ahead.
Gary Bear.
Oh, I'm just getting myself
now that amateur hour is over again.
So not even for a ham sandwich, even.
Nah.
A ham sandwich.
Maybe for a roast beef.
No.
I agree, Hector. He was amazing in Gone Girl.
Oh God, yeah, he was.
I'm gonna try and get the microphone on. Let me know if it works real quick.
Oh no, don't you? Oh no.
If you're gonna fart.
So please do fart.
No, don't, dude. Please. Honest to God, please do not. Gary, speak.
Hold on. I was actually trying to see if the headset microphone works because I wanted to try and turn it on. But
so far, nothing.
Nothing.
But
I don't have to fart.
Oh, good.
Okay, good.
All right.
I may later because you're saying it. Okay. I might as well talk about my number 3 quickly as I possibly can, because
Mm-hmm.
this film I remember watching it with everybody after telling me that I should watch it because it's bad. Actually, bad is not the right word to say. It's just basically the bottomless pit of the abyss. It's so fucking deep that you can't even climb out of it. And I saw the movie. I was not happy. My brain hurt. And I was sad. You know, I'm a fan of Robert De Niro. I love his earlier work from back in the good old days.
Number 3 too.
But you're telling me that he has to play as an old ass adolescent
Yeah.
poopy face who, after his wife died, he goes on away. He does a couple things with himself. I think that's enough to scripted detail. Then he wants to get laid soon after his wife died, and he wants to, do the deed with college chicks.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And this film is so disturbing.
Mhm.
It contains pretty much the worst scene you can say in film history, which is,
I already know what you're gonna say.
Bumblebee.
The Bumblebee to the jail scene.
Don't remind me of that, please.
This movie was just yucky.
Yucky.
It was more than yucky, dude.
It was shit.
Oh, more than shit, dude. Shit.
It was okay. It was cockadookie. There you
That's
go.
better.
It
That's
was
better.
cockadookie.
Hey, Lucas.
Gary, that's my number 3 as well.
I mean,
oh, never mind.
Huh?
I'm gonna say,
said
Me
that was
Like
my
Dirty
number 3.
Grandpa, best movie of the year. Final answer.
That's Alex's number 3
I'm
as well,
Jerome
Gary.
who hate Dirty Grandpa. So random.
So weirdo.
So weirdo.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
So weirdo.
All right, so Gary.
Huh?
I thought you were gonna continue, but Alex was saying with you that
I
it was
don't
number 3
want
as well.
to.
That is my number 3 as well. It was absolutely awful. Robert De Niro ruining his reputation with this one. Oh my God.
My old man.
I can't believe people actually agreed to do this.
Neither can I, dude. Neither can
It's
I.
cringingly bad.
I remember after my father saw the movie, he fucking whipped the remote across the
Oh my
room.
God, dude! His dad got so mad when the movie's over. He picked up the fucking remote, hurled it against the wall, and it shattered in a
No
billion
shit.
pieces.
Dude,
God damn.
by the way, you know what's so bad when Christopher Harloff mentions it and his dishonorable mentions and you didn't even see it?
Wait, what?
Yeah, Christopher Harloff mentioned his honorable mentions. Like, I didn't see it, but I guarantee it'd be my dishonorable mentions if I did see it.
That
Harloff
makes no
mentioned that.
Logic.
Anyways, yeah. Anyways.
It's
yeah,
pretty sad watching a 70-something-year-old guy trying to bang college chicks.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say.
All right. Lucas?
No, it's Romy's turn.
Oh, yeah, Romy, my bad. I'm sorry. See, this is what happens when we have fight, when we have another. Romy, number 3.
My number 3, I have a tie.
Uh-oh.
Romy, really?
What the fuck was that, Austin? You look like a ventriloquist puppet. But there's a reason why. Why? Because I despise both. I used to like one of these filmmakers until he showed his true colors of how much of a piece of shit he really is, especially for the reason why he made the movie in the fucking first place. And then you got another guy who was a Nazi, a Hitler sympathizing, he's a Hitler sympathizing piece of shit. Gee, I wonder why he was banned from the film festival for so many fucking years. Gee, because of his bullshit. And he treats women like fucking sex objects. And this movie is no different. As a matter of fact, it is the most sexist movie I think I've ever seen in my entire life. Yep. My number 3 is a tie between Mother and The House That Jack Off Built.
I just want to say really quick, I'm surprised that Mother or even that was number 1. I'm surprised as hell about that.
Okay, The House That Jack Off Built is nothing but a fucking snuff film. And the reason why that Lars von Testicle wanted to make this movie is because he wanted to show how evil and cruel, to celebrate how evil and cruel the world is. And he loves the fact that piece of shit serial killer who gets away with almost everything. He loves the fact that he gets away with it, including murdering children.
Yep.
Yeah, that
Gee, I wonder why so many people, hundreds of people, walked out on your fucking movie.
Right.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Please come to America. I would love to kick your fucking ass.
Oh yeah.
And then you got Mother. One of the most mean motherfucker is right. One of the most mean-spirited, there it comes, pretentious, despicable pieces of shit films I have ever seen in my life. Yes, you're right. It is the movie that destroyed friendships.
Oh, it did. Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Although I like Mother, although I hate House That Jack built.
Oh yeah, and why did Darren Aronofsky made this movie in the first place? He wrote the screenplay in less than 5 days to showcase how much he hates the world, and he's going to showcase his anger out in front of everybody. And this is during the time when he was dating Jennifer Lawrence. Oh, they're not together anymore.
Oh,
I wonder why.
You don't say.
And it's got to go with personal stuff, but
yeah, and this includes the final scene. Oh yeah, what it is the most mean-spirited telling of the Bible from an atheist.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Go fuck yourself, Darren Aronofsky. I used to love your work until you showed your true fucking colors. Yeah, keep watching Rick and Morty. That's the only reason why he's watching Rick and Morty so he can lay off the fucking stress of this movie that came out. And I'm glad that your movie.
I like Rick and Morty.
Glad that your movie fucking bombed. Same with the house that Jackoff built. Moving on.
My number three. Mr. Casual. How's it going? You wanted to see this movie over Kung Fu Panda 3 and insisted you bring me and Austin into watching it. 50 Shades of Black.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Where I got up and left my seat 4 times. 4 because of how awful this is. This is the worst. 4 times. 4. And literally, because of Marlon Wayans and how bad, like you guys, his dad, Marlon Wayans' dad is hilarious in Living Color. I've actually watched some shows of it. It's episodes of that show, man. It's a damn good show, but his son, dude, most of their films are garbage, man. The Wayans Brothers movies are so bad, and this is another one of their classic bad films. Literally, when they made fun of Whiplash, I literally said,
"Oh yeah, that's right."
They made fun of Whiplash.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That was beyond embarrassing. This movie is an absolute embarrassment. And why did we see this over Kung Fu Panda 3? Kung Fu Panda 3 was actually pretty funny. It was actually a good movie.
Great. Yeah,
great.
But yeah. No, Mr. Casual wants us to see 50 Shades Black of Black instead. Fuck yourself. That's why it's my number 3.
All right. My number 3, Alex. Actually, no, to everybody. So, I am a Greek mythology nut.
No.
I love Greek mythology so much. But when I started to see that there were 2 movies based on this particular character, and one by Brett Ratner as the better movie, you have some issues. But my number 3 is The Legend of Hercules.
Wow.
My worst movie of 2014. Holy shit.
Rip off the movie.
It rips off 300. It rips
off
Gladiator.
It rips off the show Spartacus.
That as well.
Spartacus.
This is a movie where just everything is so over the top. It feels so under budgeted. The costumes are a piece of shit. The dialogue, oh my god. And how Karen, he's also from Twilight, may I add. How he acts when he gets struck by lightning. I'll do the thing again. That.
Or the dagger, where you can tell it's right underneath his
oh my god. There's a scene where a guy gets stabbed, and he might as well just go like when he gets stabbed. Yeah, he does the tucked under the spear the arm move rather than being, I don't know what the production budget on that was, but yeah, not nearly enough. It feels like a shitty school play the entire time.
The visual effects where he breaks off the thing and it turns into God of War and he's swinging the chains around. The visual effects on those.
I remember when I first saw that, I couldn't stop laughing. By the way, fun fact: when I was sitting next to a guy that was running a film festival, and even he was just like, "That was so bad." And I was like, "You're telling me, dude." Oh my god. What? Why, Rennie Harlan? Why? Why? And did he make the second Die Hard movie, Rennie
He
Harlan?
only made 2 good movies: the second Die Hard and Cliffhanger.
Oh,
He also
yeah.
did 12 Rounds with John Cena.
John
That's
Cena.
right. Oh, that's right. Oh, God.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, Legend of Hercules as a person that
the
is
budget was
upset-
$70 million. I'm surprised it cost $50 million.
How the hell was that $70 million if they couldn't afford better costumes and a better sets? By the way, every set looked like a styrofoam set. It looked like fucking styrofoam. That's how bad it looked.
Yeah.
Anyways, I could go on and on because I am obsessed with Greek mythology. But okay, be quiet.
Yeah.
Anyways, be quiet. Legend of Hercules absolutely destroyed my love for Greek mythology. I still love it. Are you two done here with your composure?
I'm done.
Oh, not you, Lucas.
I didn't even do anything.
Alex,
I'm sorry.
Lay it off. Lay it
All
off.
right, phone's down.
Okay, lay it off. Yeah, I'm obsessed with this stuff, and this me angry beyond belief, but not as angry as my top 2. My number 3, Legend of Hercules. Gary, number 2.
What do you want?
Number 2 worst film of the decade, Gary.
Okay, I actually have to take a number 2 pretty soon. So
Oh,
all right.
go figure.
Now, here's one thing I'm going to explain to you folks right now. When it comes to the world of film, my all-time favorite genre of all I absolutely love to bits and pieces is horror. That is my genre. That is my go-to. That is my main squeeze. That is the creme. It is my creme de la creme. It is my pudding. I love horror. I love a good story. I love getting spooks. I love getting scares. I love the creativity that puts into making a horror film with all types of different themes, genres, you name it, in the world of horror. It is amazing realm. But here's the thing I also like. I love reading folklore stories. I love taking a journey into the world of folklore and reading about something that may be true or maybe not. Depends on the factual evidence or what is to be discovered, etc., etc. But one of the greatest folklore tales of all time, not only is it disturbing, but at the same time, it's fascinating to read it because it's so fucking haunting. But at the same time, you want to know if this myth is true or not if you travel down to Mexico just to particularly see if this is legitimate. But when it came time to make a movie about it,
Oh, okay.
I know what it is.
Got it.
you get the wrong fucking people to produce, write, screen, act, direct, you name it, and they fuck up a folklore tale, turning into a goddamn ripoff of The Nun. In terms of its character-wise, the main character of what the haunted figure is. Folks, this movie's not only generic. This film is a laugh in your face towards the actual folklore tale itself. The movie itself, the fucking bitch in the movie, like I said, she's nothing more but a ripoff of Valak from The Conjuring 2.
Oh, she is. She is.
She makes these goddamn constipated faces that look like she's trying to squeeze out a fucking poof out of her ass cheek that won't come out.
I
Then you
put
got
a
all
whole
these-
bunch of jelly
then you
beans
got-
on my.
Yeah, jelly beans that she's trying to squeeze out of her ass, but it's not even fucking jelly beans at all.
No, Mrs. Buttersworth. I put a whole
Hey.
pack of jelly beans up my. What?
And the way that the mother, the children were acting, the fucking priest. By the way, for any motherfucker who says that this film, it has, the priest and Annabelle in it
The metaphors and the meanings.
Motherfucker, let me tell you something right now about Annabelle and the priest from it. It was nothing more but a goddamn Easter egg. That's all it was. There was no special meaning behind it. Plus, with La Llorona and Annabelle, there is no connection. It is two different, what's that?
Different things.
It's two different things that have no relevance to each other whatsoever. One's based off of true paranormal activity, and the other one is a folklore. There is no connection, and there is no logical reason why the Curse of La Llorona should be in the Conjuring franchise. Now, this film is a piece of shit. This film is generic. What?
Does he go off for this huge rant? Also, he's like, "Yeah, this movie's a piece of shit." That was
In case
awesome.
you all didn't know.
Gary, I love you
Yes, you
so
guys didn't
much.
know.
A piece of shit. The film is a piece of shit. It's generic. It's legitimately funny to laugh at. It's a goddamn ripoff. And there's shit on my socks. And this film is something that is just a complete clusterfuck of monstrosity. And that's a big word right there, monstrosity.
You know, I will say this about Crystal Lolly Roanoke. Man, that mother's a good-looking cougar, man. Mm.
And that's the one thing about the stupid ass cliche movies that they're gonna have some bitch who's got big boobs, big ass, just to make her look good and make her the fucking victim. But
Wait,
no,
she don't have big boobs and big ass.
or whatever the fuck she had, she was a bitch.
Hold on a minute.
All right.
They make the bitch, the pretty bitch, the victim every single time, but she always has to do the stupidest decisions in the whole entire movie, along with their dumb, meddling, annoying ass kids.
Oh God.
I think her name is Linda Cardellini.
Linda Cardellini. Yep. She. By the way, she was Velma in the Scooby Doo movies. I should add.
Oh man,
Oh, my glasses.
Fuck.
They're my glasses.
I want her.
Fuck,
Man, she
fuck.
can cosplay as her.
All
Man,
right.
she
So
is
Gary,
fine.
final words on that.
I was originally gonna have Nightmare on Elm Street in 2010, but here's the thing. I was originally gonna have Curse of La Llorona on here, but at the same time, I didn't want to have Nightmare on Elm Street. I figured Curse of La Llorona would be a better rant.
I agree.
So.
I agree.
Plus, I hate this movie a little more.
All right. So Romeo Boy, number 2.
Guess what movie this one is?
A comedy.
Huh.
What kind
Happy
of
Madison?
Actually,
Happy Madison?
no. Don't say a comedy because putting the words comedy and Happy Madison in the same sentence should be a fucking law.
This is an abortion.
It's worse.
It's an abortion.
It's worse than an abortion.
What is it though? That's the thing.
When I was writing for the paper, this movie, I nearly wanted to quit my job
Oh shit.
This isn't your number one.
because halfway through the movie, I got so fucking mad. I took off my goddamn sunglasses. I slammed them right next to me, and I proceeded to walk out of the theater. Then I thought about it. I'm just like,
Wow.
let me think. And then I come back. And when the movie was over, I almost got into a car accident on the way home because that's how fucking mad I was. And what
Holy
made
shit.
it even worse was this fucking geek ass kid.
Yes, it is Jack and Jill.
This fucking crazy. He laughed like that throughout the whole fucking movie.
Oh my god, that must have been terrible.
I told this story many times, but yeah, my number 2 is Jack and Jill.
Oh.
Jack off and Jill the bitch. So when the movie was over, I got off. I was like furious. Okay, and I was walking out of the theater, through that long tunnel and everything. Guess who was in front of me?
Who?
The
Oh
Folks, now I'm 6'1" and I'm 270 pounds. Okay.
You're 6'1"?
Yes.
Oh.
And
Yeah, he is.
and then I was right behind him. He's like, and then he turned around and he saw me.
Oh, no. Jesus. Nightmares for days.
And
He saw you. Nightmares for days.
he saw my face. The face I gave him didn't look like I was going to murder somebody. It looked like I already did and he was going to be the next victim.
Holy shit.
I just looked at him like, you better run, you motherfucker. And this is his reaction. He turned around, he's like, that was his reaction. He turned around, started speed walking, and then he hauled ass. And he ran out, and I never saw him again.
Oh my god.
This movie won it swept and won every single award at the Razzies.
It did a Lord of the Return King.
Except Return of the King didn't win every single Oscar it has to offer. The Razzies, this one swept all 10 of them.
Shit.
Yeah.
It has everybody involved. Everybody involved, I hate with burning passion. Fucking all the Happy Madison fucktards who go on vacation, because that's why they do these fucking movies. And you got Dennis Douchebag. Yep, the Dennis Douchebag, the worst filmmaker of all time. And you got the writers. And who are the writers? Oh, Happy Madison's finest. You know, such as, oh my God.
Yep.
Steve, Adam Sandler was one of the writers.
I cannot believe this.
Mm-hmm. My number 2 is Jack and Jill. I'm so happy that it won all the awards.
As did I.
And when I got, I was staying at a place at the time. I contacted the editor,
Mm-hmm.
the editor of the branch of the branch of the Waverly that I was writing for, and I did a 30-minute rant. And I told her, this isn't going to be a review. This is going to be a warning to have people not see this cancerous bullshit. And it was the first, when I was writing for the paper, it was the first 0 I've ever given.
Wow.
Wait, was it? Yeah, it was.
All right. So going on to Alex, number 2.
Alexander.
Oh, Jesus.
2 words. Andy Fuckman.
Oh, God. If it's what I think it is?
Crane.
Oh, yeah.
Romy, you know how much I hated this film. Because we did a review on this.
And it was a massive hit.
It was. Still is.
And I did it with Shane.
This is the movie. When I finished watching this, I kissed the ground outside of the theater.
I did the same thing with Kaylin after him and I saw Ice Age 4.
Paul Blart. Lard ass.
Yes, too.
Paul Blart Pop-Tart too.
Yeah, folks, how that movie showcases how diabetes work, I almost wanted to punch my fucking fist through the screen.
Oh, jeez.
That guy fall down. Part 2. Part 2. I didn't laugh once throughout this whole thing. That crane scene is one of the stupidest scenes I've ever seen in an entire film.
It's the most pointless scene in movie history.
And it's just so terrible.
Oh, it
the
is.
timing of the comedy is just off. And you see the jokes coming miles away.
The fucking puns. Oh my God.
Yes. And to top it all off, it's boring as shit.
Mm-hmm.
You don't give a fuck about anybody.
When I said this movie, and I also said this, I said this movie fucking raped me. It raped me up the ass.
Yes.
So bad. And it left me after I was like this for 30 to 60 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to take a picture of that.
And I had to drive home as well. And I
I
wrecked
know
my
how it
car.
feels when it comes to driving home to a.
I almost wrecked my car.
Well, I thought it was a peacock. No, it's actually a crane. Now, if it was a crane from Kung Fu Panda, then
I don't give a shit. I don't care. Peacock, crane, I don't care. It was big ass bird. And it was dumb. It was stupid.
He fucking drop kicks him and he's fumbling around like a goddamn bowling ball or a barrel.
If you want to see more of our review of that, check it out on my channel, Apis Lenny.
Yeah.
Shameless plug right there.
Where we go into detail over everything.
Oh, that video?
Yeah, that video.
That was the video that led to me, the greatest review of all time. The Hottie the Naughty.
Literally,
Oh, we don't talk about that one. That's a different video.
Well, speaking of, Romy, you want to mention we got the stipulation? I've never seen this movie before.
Was it the best wrestling match ever?
God damn it, would you move on, you buttholes?
The greatest wrestling match ever.
All right.
No, we'll talk about
Lucas,
it.
number 2.
right.
Lucas.
Who, Giant Gonzalez?
All right.
Number
Aldo
2.
Montoya.
Number 2. This has been featured from Peanut Gain episode 25.
Oh,
The idea where I got to review this movie from was from Mysterious Minter's 100th review of this movie. It is the worst animated film of the decade by none, and is the absolute culmination of such a terrible show. Drawn Together, the movie.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure if even count because that went straight to DVD, didn't it?
It came out in a few theaters. It's actually a small.
How many
theatrical.
theaters? How many theaters?
So
Only
barely
like a few
released.
hundred. It was only a few hundred. Because
Two.
well, it
Limited
was
release.
it was released under Comedy Central's. Like Comedy Central helped push it to
As
theaters.
long as it gets a limited release, it counts.
So yeah, this movie is the worst animated movie of the decade. Why? It is not only some of the most disgusting jokes ever, it has some of the most ridiculous characters. There's literally a character that's a dumb superhero, Superman trope, that literally all he does is carry around a dead girl and try to make out with a dead girl. Not even joking. Not only that, there's an animated 3D animated sex scene in the movie.
Oh, and there's the guy who shits in his own mouth.
Yeah, the giant who shits his own mouth.
Because of the way oh my no,
dude, the animation is beyond awful. They do a parody of South Park, like other great things that rip off South Park. They have to rip off South Park. The ending is terrible, and guess who's involved in it as well? Seth MacFarlane.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And you know what those Seth MacFarlane's name is? Israel.
All right.
What?
Okay.
This does some of the dumbest jokes and dumbest characters I've ever seen in this entire movie. If you want to see more, check out Pain Game 25 or check out Mr. Enter's review of it. They're both telling you to stay away from this movie. And yeah, it's the worst anime movie of the decade by none. Way worse than the Emoji Movie. Trust me, I'd rather watch the Emoji Movie again than watch this piece of shit.
Lucas, is it worse than Strange Magic?
100 times worse.
Magic.
God, don't even remind me of Strange Magic. But yeah, drawn together the movie. The show was bad and the movie was even worse. That's why it's my number 2.
Oh, Jew joke. So yeah, that was fucking Jack and Jill. It was. You want to talk about a movie that's racist? Jack and Jill. It was so offensive to Jews and Mexicans.
Oh, it was.
Bad.
All right,
Yeah,
guys,
it was.
So number 2.
Number 2.
You want to talk about watching a series as a kid, and when you saw that series as a movie, and it just broke your damn heart into a million pieces.
Avatar.
Yeah, let's talk about The Last Airbender, shall we?
Yeah, I knew it.
Guys, I just want to say this right now. If you have not seen this amazing series...
Hey, there it is.
Alex got me this for Christmas, by the way. If you haven't seen this amazing series, please do yourself a favor and watch it. Binge it, please. It's one of the greatest shows ever made, if you ask me.
Okay.
It's the best Nickelodeon show.
Let me just say this once about the movie, and I'm gonna be quiet. You know,
We're back.
The movie was somewhat doomed from the start, and here's why. M. Night Shyamalan was taking the movie was supposed to be about the first series, the first
the first book, yeah.
Yes.
Book 1 is that?
Well, no, the first. Okay, I mean, season 1. Okay?
Yeah, they call it book 1. Yeah.
Okay. That's
what the fuck, Gary? Anyways,
shit out of me. Okay. That's 6. Okay, I think there's 25 episodes, 24 episodes, and each one's 25 minutes long. That's 600 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
M. Night Shyamalan is trying to take that and compress it into 100 minutes.
That's impossible to do.
Yeah.
You wonder why so much shit didn't make sense? You wonder why the editing is terrible? There you go. It's almost doomed from the start.
It is. And not to mention,
Go ahead.
like Alex said, everything about this movie is just poorly done. The fact that let's not even get started with the fact that they get the characters' names wrong, for God's sakes. It's not Ang, it's Ang, it's not Iro, it's Iro. That's just the tip of the iceberg right there. The action scenes in the show are they're intense, they're chaotic, but you can actually tell what's going on.
And Aang's got a good sense of humor too.
And every time that M. Night shoots an action scene in The Last Airbender, it's always a 360 tracking shot every time.
That's how he shot fucking glass dude, he is shit when it comes to action.
Dude, when M. Night Shyamalan shoots an action scene with The Last Airbender, it's just a repetitive 360 shot. That's all it is. And the visual effects don't even get me started. The fact that, by the way, in the show, 6 people could control a tank and hurl, and the movie gets 6 people can only throw a tiny rock.
Obviously, they never seen World's Strongest Man competition when they're moving
they cannot.
Atlas stones.
No.
Not to mention, the only thing from the show they got into the movie was when Zuko, who is portrayed by Dev Patel. By the way, he's the only thing about this movie that's actually kind of decent.
I
That's
disagree.
it.
I thought he was awful.
I thought it was the only thing that
And I
was
loved
like,
him in
okay.
Slumdog Millionaire.
Oh, as did I. The only thing that they got right from the show, from the movie,
Oh, no.
was when he infiltrates the water temple. That's it. That's the only thing they got right.
Remember the scene where it's like a death scene where they trap this guy in a water bubble, and and his reaction when he sees he's like,
That's right. Oh yeah. And by the way, and the climax, Aang turns into a big fish, and he actually repels all the fire ships away. What does he do? He shows off by showing how big of a wave he can get.
sorry, Deep Impact did it better.
This show ruined my childhood in so many ways, just like how a particular film, which I will review later tonight.
I'm shocked.
But yeah, Last Airbender.
I am shocked this is not your number one.
Oh, trust me.
I know what his number one is.
My number one infuriates me to no end. It does.
Oh, okay. I think I know what it is now.
Be quiet.
No spoil.
Yeah, Last Airbender is my number 2. Anyways, now, before Gary moves on with his number 1, guys, we are at our number 1 most hated movies of this past decade. Now, guys, like with our 2 through 10s, let's try and keep these concise. You can rant, but keep your rants concise, please, if you can. Gary, with that being said, what's your number 1, buddy?
I'm not. You know me. I'm breaking the fucking rules. So there you go.
No,
I'm breaking. So
Gary,
this
is not your channel.
Well, too bad. I break the rules. So
I will mute you if you do.
No, fuck you. Let me explain something.
Keep it family friendly.
If you mute me, I'm not going to make the promise I made to you tonight happen.
That was okay. Fine.
Okay, so folks.
Only because you're my Gare Bear. That's why.
Let me explain something to you folks right now about one thing. Now, in the world of crime, rape is a fucking bad thing to happen.
There it is.
This movie raped me. The fucking movie was the dick. My fucking butthole was wide open. It fucked me raw. It made me squirrel like a goddamn pig and fucking pain watches. Have you seen the movie Deliverance?
I was saying the same thing, Deliverance. So you were
making me go wee, but not in the most comfortable way. It was nothing more but fucking pain and agony. This movie fucking caused me nothing more but mental and physical pain. My butthole, I couldn't shit right for fucking months because my nerves were so fucking shot because of this movie. Why? Because let me explain something to you folks right now about me that I love with a passion other than pro wrestling and Asian women.
Okay. I know what it is.
Yeah, by the way, for Tweedledum and Tweedle Dickhead, fuck you both for your ratings on this movie because I saw the video again.
Oh my god!
He was infuriated.
I know what movie he's talking about now.
What is
this?
Sweet.
For anybody who's seen this movie and liked it, I'm just gonna warn you all right now. Don't talk to me.
Don't talk to me.
Do not talk to me at all about this movie because if there's anything that infuriates me more is when a movie is insulting fucking music. That is one thing I will not tolerate. Because there are 2 movies in this world that I gave a -1 to, which is rarely I give. One of them is Rocket Your Decision, different topic. The other one is this motherfucker, Rock of Ages.
Rock of Ages.
Oh
Rock of
my
Ages.
god!
Wow.
It was a goddamn mess. It was insulting.
This movie was so bad.
Rock of Ages.
You had some of the most all-time classic hits that made music to what it is. All the songs that was put into it was just fucking clusterfuck, was unfitting, was butchered to fucking death by actors and actresses, by fucking dicks and dickettes, assholes and assholettes, and bitches and motherfuckers who can't sing worth a shit.
It sounds like the orgy from Sausage Party.
Most actors in this movie can't sing worth a shit. It was nothing wrong but a cliche. It was generic. It was a butcher to the music. The movie itself was offensive. It was mean-spirited.
Yeah.
And folks, this is when Spill was around, spill.com. This is one of their best reviews they've ever did because Corey Coleman was the only one that someone liked it. The other three despised it. One of them ended up getting up and walking out. Look, Nokim, you can say it in the chat.
Yeah, it was terrible.
This movie entertaining. How is it entertaining? All the songs that was put in this movie were just randomly compiled into the film for them to just sing and just random shenanigan scenes that was unfitting to everything.
And the joke, okay, Alec Baldwin's in this movie, and his character solely relies on a joke that leads up to a gay joke.
No, it does.
I want to talk about homophobia, offensive. All right, first of all, let me pull Jim Cornette real quick.
He's drinking a Sprite.
Want a Sprite?
But yeah, this movie, I've seen shit films in my time. I've seen the worst of the worst comedies. I've seen the monstrosity of nonsense. And folks, I've seen fucking trauma films, and I despise trauma.
I hate trauma films.
Goddamn silliness. But
Yeah.
this movie withstained my hatred for trauma. It withstained my hatred for
Trauma?
Trauma. I say trauma.
Trauma?
If you want to have one thing that puts on a balance in terms of my hatred for clowns and hatred for movies that make fun of fucking music just for the sake of trying to get intentional humor, and I'm not, even though it may not be fitting for this particular word that is well known that's been said, may not be fitting for this movie, but for me, on a personal note, it is fitting for me. Pretentious.
There it is.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Fucking sweating my goddamn arms, my ball sack, everything's sweating off because I'm fucking mad right now. So, for anybody who liked this movie, just do not talk to me about it.
I have no idea what this movie even is. So.
Rock of
Oh,
Ages. he
Lucas,
mentioned
yes, you
it.
do.
I don't think I've ever.
Tom Cruise, Alec Baldwin.
I don't even remember this movie. I don't know.
Lucas.
Oh wow.
What? Wait, what?
Don't lie.
I'm serious. I don't remember this
It
movie.
has that one sexy, beautiful blonde woman. I forgot her name.
I don't remember this movie
Guys,
at
guys,
all.
let Gary speak really quick.
What's his name? Billy. Oh, what? I gotta put my glasses. I can't read. Billy said if I agree with him that Tom Cruise was like, you want to know what the motherfucker looked like? Those goddamn stupid ass spandex leather pants he had on. The motherfucker looked like a cheap blunt version of Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus.
Kind of did.
Jillian Ho. How? That's how. Not Ho.
I love Tom Cruise, but
I think he's
his
awesome.
performance in this movie was just nothing more but a catastrophe of monstrosity.
Monstrosic. What?
Monstrosity.
Oh my god.
I don't know what the fuck I'm saying anymore. It's fucking hot as hell in here.
Okay.
God.
But let's move it on.
Come on, Gary. Okay. You done?
Long story short, I have a burning hatred for this movie. I don't take any types of jokes at all. In terms of my hatred for this movie, I will not accept any humor because this is something that affected me on a personal note with love for music. Fuck Rock of Ages and fuck Vince Russo.
It's okay.
All right, Romy, on to your number one.
Okay. My number one. This is the worst R-rated movie I've ever seen.
Oh.
This is the second worst movie I've ever seen in my life. Number one being The Hottie and the Naughty.
Oh.
I think I know what it is.
This movie
Oh,
took
Lucas,
me...
it's obvious.
It's obvious if you know me. This movie took me 4.5 to 5 hours to finish.
I
I took more breaks than any other movie.
Oh. Diarrhea.
And it's also one of my more... I did a review with Gerbe here on this film. This is the only movie where I was shaking like a fucking madman and I was ready to break someone's neck. So I had to go and...
God damn it. Sorry, it's my fucking phone. Sorry.
Romy, come on.
Wait
Romy.
a second.
I had to lay down. I was in the fetal position because I was like shaking profusely. And then 40 minutes later, I'd hauled ass to the toilet and I took this fucking massive lava dump. I shat my guts out because of the stress that this movie gave me. It looked like a massive football-sized prolapse ass in that toilet.
It was, what, 30 minutes straight, too, right, you said?
It was like, no, it was 20 minutes straight. I thought it was half an hour. I pulled a fucking Gary.
Pretty much, yeah.
And that's why I called the movie Dirty Anus.
Dirty Grandpa.
There it is.
Dirty Grandpa. The movie, okay, everything about this movie, everything is deplorable. It is the bottom of the fucking barrel in every single category. It's about Robert De Niro, who he was married for 40 years, and what does he want to do? Oh, he just wants to go to spring break to fuck college chicks and use his grandson as leverage and treat him like shit and be the biggest douchebag ever. Mm-hmm. And this movie's got some of the worst characters of all time. Pam, the drug dealer.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Robert De Niro as the grandpa. Every character is beyond repulsive. The two fucking cops. And then you got the scene with the B scene leading up to the jail scene. It's arguably the worst scene in movie history. There is not one likable thing, not one laugh. Everything about this movie is fucking repulsive. Everything. I will never understand how anyone can find this movie redeeming. And if they did, guess what? I stopped following them. Because this is the lowest of the fucking low when it comes to bad movies, especially R-rated comedies. It's the worst. It's the lowest. It can't get any. I didn't think nothing was going to top Jack and Jill. And then 2016 came around, and here comes this movie that came out in January, The Dumping Grounds of Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
You know the worst thing about that Dirty Grandpa is that you fucking ruined my day with that nonsense. You want to know what I did earlier? I went to the fucking massage parlor. I was laying on the table. Oh, it was so goddamn peaceful. I got a massage.
Happy ending?
No, unfortunately. I had a mail that day. But I was so fucking peaceful.
I don't get it either, Sia Cougar.
But you made me watch this piece of shit right out.
And guess what? When I was doing the overall worst of list, Dirty Grandpa fucking swept it. At the
next gen, it made
the next gen. I should know because I was presenting it, and I was so happy. It swept the next gen worst of the year awards. It swept it like no other. It wasn't even close. He did give it he gave it a C. I don't know what the fuck. What is there to like about this movie? Nothing. Everything about this movie is deplorable.
Everything.
He is a mean-spirited, racist, sexist, mean-spirited piece of shit trash. Every single character is. Without question, Dirty Anus, Dirty Grandpa is my number one. Okay. Go ahead, Alex.
All right, Alex.
I think it should be pretty obvious. Dennis, douchebag, ladies and gentlemen, in his finest hour of his life, Jack and Jill.
Jack and Jill.
A cinematic abomination in every which way possible. So much so that this film, that calling this film bad is being nice. It is an abortion. It has the worst plot, directing, script, comedy, acting, everything. Watching this is the equivalent of being in the medieval times of being tortured. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Easily one of the worst movies ever made, and it deserves all the Razzies it got and the negative reception it got. Easily a 0 out of 10. One of the worst films I've ever seen in my entire life. Jack and Jill.
Oh, that's it?
Simply put. That's all I got.
Okay, Lukey Boo.
I did see it in the theaters though too.
I did too.
With Joe.
With Mr. Casbah.
And he was laughing throughout the whole thing. And I was looking at him like, how the fuck do you find that funny?
If I saw him laugh, you know what I would do? I would just nonstop punch him in the face. Like, yeah, try smiling now, asshole.
The scene that got him the most was the Price is Right scene, obviously. I was driving with him on the way home. It's like, how the fuck did you find that funny?
Front spine.
All that bullshit.
Florida Junior.
Okay, Lucas, go ahead.
Mr. Casual is not a true film fan, by the way. But anyway,
Lucas, go ahead.
Number one, worst film of the decade. It is my number one worst film in 2017. The movie I stopped watching after 10 minutes.
Wait.
10 minutes left. I stopped watching it. Number one is Mother.
But you did finish it afterwards, didn't you?
Did you finish it though?
You told me you did.
Yeah, I did.
And you said you wish you didn't.
I was gonna say,
I did finish it very late. I watched the rest of it on YouTube. But yeah, no, Mother is the absolute equivalent of a cinematic abortion. This movie has nothing good redeeming quality of it.
It's hateful.
It is hateful, and Aronofsky.
And you know what? He wanted people to hate his movie.
Yeah, he did.
And he did.
He wanted people to hate.
He did a great job.
He did.
Yeah. It's one of the very rare movies to get an F on Cinema Score. Dude, Battlefield Earth doesn't have an F.
Was it?
That is
I
surprising.
think Cinema Score has just over 20 Fs.
What?
Yeah, Battlefield Earth does not have an F. Yet
That's my worst film of all time.
What does that tell you? Why?
That is my worst film of all time.
And the amount of walkouts this movie had is unprecedented.
It's abhorrent. It's abhorrent. This film it ruined Jennifer Lawrence. It ruined her.
Yeah, it did. She hasn't been the same ever since.
Exactly, because Aronofsky's a fucking asshole, and he deserves to have what's coming to him. He deserves it because sounds like he's a piece of shit human, and he's also one of the worst filmmakers ever in history.
No. I wouldn't say that, and I'll tell you why. His past is so sublime. He did The Wrestler. He did Requiem for a Dream. He did which I think is super underrated. He did my favorite movie of his, Black Swan.
Ooh.
The only one I didn't see Requiem for a Dream or Black Swan, but I did see The Wrestler.
Mila Kunis.
But what was so good about Aronofsky in the past is that he knows how to showcase what goes on into the mind of a human being and display it for everyone to see. Except that's not what this film was about. This film is about pure fucking hatred and using the Bible in the worst way possible.
Exactly.
Especially involving a newborn baby getting his neck broken, getting mutilated and eaten in front of the mother, and then the mother gets the shit beat out of her and gets stripped and damn near raped.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
but what about the metaphors and the meanings?
It is beyond pathetic. This movie literally.
No, according to Stuckman, I guess we just don't get it.
No,
fuck Stuckman.
What's no personal?
That's exactly what he said.
I know, but just no personal attacks on people. Just saying.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying. According to him, we don't. I didn't say. I'm just saying that's exactly what he said.
I know.
But yeah, Aronofsky, just don't do movies anymore after this, man.
Oh no, he hasn't made a movie since.
Thank God. Mother was a disgraceful movie. It deserves to be my number one worst film of the decade. Because even though Drawn Together, the movie had some of the worst characters and worst visuals ever, you can't beat this. You can't beat this with how visually terrible it is, how visually disgusting everything is. Breaking a newborn baby's neck.
And mutilating and
being cannibals. Being cannibals. No.
I'm so glad this movie fucking bombed. I'm so glad this movie fucking bombed.
Thank God it did. It deserved a bomb, and it deserved all the negative press, negative reviews, and it deserved every bit of it.
This is one of the most polarizing movies of all time.
And
it's up there with the last.
That I actually liked it a lot. Hey, it's okay. Hey, someone's got to stand out. Someone's got to.
But yeah,
no, seriously, CAR, that's what happens. This movie is bullshit.
It is.
And the trailers were so misleading because they made it out to be a horror film.
They did.
It's not.
It's not a horror film at all.
It's more of a suspenseful thriller than anything than a horror.
Yeah, the acting. So there are good thrillers out there, folks.
My God,
Nightcrawler.
What acting? It's just everyone acting like a complete fucking dumb lunatic.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So
Gary,
yeah,
what are you doing?
Number one worst. film of the decade. I don't think I'll ever watch a film as bad as this.
And
ever.
go to Gary and I's review of Flicks with the Dicks, episode 25, where we go in depth over everything, including multiple articles and the statements that Aronofsky said that are complete bullshit. It's unbelievable.
Harmless self-promotion.
Shut
All
hey,
right.
it's-
All right, guys. So
Awesome.
Alex, and Jerome, and I guarantee as well, Gary, know what this is. So, I'm a gamer as well as a film
Yep.
fan. And what the fuck are you laughing at, boy?
I know what it is. 'Cause I was
You knew what it was, dude.
I watched the video.
You have. My number one, this movie, out of all the films this decade, was the only film that, more than if you're, I almost walked out of this movie. I have never walked out of a movie in my life, and I almost walked out of this halfway through. My number one is Resident Evil: The Final Chapter.
Yes.
that has the worst. It's the worst looking action movie or shot.
First of all, I just want to say how this movie is the highest rated Resident Evil on Rotten Tomatoes. I will never understand.
No
this
way.
movie. Oh, it's rated 36%. It's the highest one. I'm not.
It is the
joking.
highest.
It's higher rated than the
on.
first Resident Evil, which is the best one, if you ask me. And that's not saying much because the Resident Evil film franchise isn't great as it is. All the acting in this movie is garbage. It's a Mad Max ripoff, especially with the action and the editing, which is some of the worst editing I have ever seen. Thank God I didn't see this movie in 3D. Otherwise, I would have probably had headaches while I was watching Ben-Hur, the remake.
The scene. Okay, there's a scene that's unintentionally fucking hilarious. And they're on the take. He's like, "You can't do it. You can't do it. You survive." And Mila Jovovich takes out the knife and cuts his hand off. In the way, and he's like, in the way he reacts, he's like,
I was laughing. Oh, and by the way, this movie just completely ignores the continuity of the previous films. Completely ignores it. Like, for example, there's the biggest bitch slap right here. How do you solve the entire zombie infection? You take the vial? That's all you do. The fact that, Albert Wesker, the biggest badass of the entire universe, you're telling me he can survive 1 billion headshots, but the moment a fucking door comes down on him, he dies?
That's so bad.
Alice is a clone? Alice is like... Robbie, yeah.
The door. I blame Ouroboros.
Also, the fact that Paul W.S. Anderson said, I have been waiting for this big plot twist, and the big plot twist was that Alice was a clone the entire time. That is the laziest screenwriting you can possibly do.
Her character has nothing to do with the fucking games.
Yeah, nothing. I'm all for having something original from a game to a movie, but when your main character is not interesting at all and hasn't been through a 7-movie film franchise that's going to be rebooted from the director of Strangers Prey at Night, should I add?
Why? Why?
Yeah,
Wait, I'm going to cut you off, but repeat that again.
Okay.
Who?
Alice, the main character of this film franchise, she has not been interesting throughout the 7 film franchise.
No, you said something about a director.
Oh yeah. Okay, the director of this film, the director who's gonna be doing the reboot, he did Strangers Prey at Night. Yeah, my exact reaction.
Paul W.S. Anderson. Paul Worthless Scrotum Anderson.
That was my exact reaction when I heard that too, Gary. The action scenes are so incoherent you can't even tell what is happening to a point where there's an action scene that takes place in a tunnel and a person dies. I couldn't even tell who died until it was seen afterwards.
It looked like Olivia Megaton made this movie.
And the storytelling is inconsistent throughout this film. They negate so many things that have happened in the previous films. As Filmmaster Adams says, this one doesn't have plot holes, as plot canyons. This movie does. As a person who loves the Resident Evil games and loves films, this was a slap in the face in both aspects of the entire thing. And the fact that Alice says in the end, the final line she says is, "The work is not yet done." That makes me think there's going to be more. Please, do not make more of these movies. But I could go...
to make matters worse, Paul Worthless Scrotum Anderson, Shane, I'm sorry, he's doing Monster Hunter.
there is I don't know how I don't know. And he claims he's a fan of these video games. From what
he's not.
From what I've seen these 7 movies, the only one I can say that is most faithful was the first movie. That's the only one I can say that's somewhat faithful.
The only good movie that Anderson actually did,
Mortal Kombat.
It's a guilty pleasure, but it's fun.
But anyways, I could go on and on. But Final Chapter is not only my worst film of the decade, but it's one of my least favorite movies ever. I don't understand how people can hate to like this movie. I mean, if you like it, good on you. I'm all for more power to you. But this literally sent me into a rage after I saw this movie. So
it's kind of funny because I think Resident Evil Retribution is the worst.
That's the second worst to me.
Yeah.
To me, that is the worst one.
The opening sequence alone tells you.
Oh my god!
To sum up Austin's feelings for this film, he paid attention to logic for the first time.
I did actually. I did. And yeah, number 1 for me is the Final Chapter. But with that being said, guys, that concludes our stream of our top 10 and also Gary's top 5 worst films of the decade. Guys,
Hey,
I want to
Alex.
say
2.5 hours later.
Hey, Alex, that beats 5 hours and 45 minutes, right?
yeah. See, I knew I could make this a more concise stream. Anyways,
Yeah.
but guys, thank you all so much for watching this. I really appreciate this. I thought this was a phenomenal stream. I
agree 100%.
I want to thank Lucas. Of course, Gary thinks it sucks. I want to thank Lucas, Alex, Jerome, and my Mr. Gerber down right below me for coming aboard this endeavor. But we're not quite done yet because
I've known him the most.
Oh yeah, he
Longest.
Next month it'll be Lucas, Alex, and Gary and I going over our favorite films. Yes, you are, Gary. You said you would.
Not our best.
Gary, yes, you are. I want you to be
going over our favorite films of the past decade. But once again, thank you guys so much.
The ones we think are the best, our favorites.
Our subjective favorites.
The ones that are actually great, and that's a fact, in my opinion.
Anyways, guys, I want to thank you all so much. If you like this, please hit that like button. We got a ton of likes. Thank you all so much on this. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for whenever a new video of mine goes live. Artemis Fowl, my review is coming later tonight.
Yeah.
But until then, guys, we will see you all next month for our favorite films. And until then, stay safe out there. And once again, love you all. Have a great night, guys.
See you guys later. Stay awesome. Doing a stream tonight as well, my channel.
The wrong Missy. I'm going to need some alcohol.
Goodbye. Yes, you are, Romy.
Goodbye, guys.
Bye. Stream tonight, my channel, 9:45. See ya.